Alright, now we're here.
Hey, welcome to the show.
We're almost at 10 episodes soon.
What's this, 9?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Wilson was like, he's like, so you doing anything special for your 10th episode? And I was like, nah. I was like, for the 100th episode, we're going to celebrate by not doing the show anymore. He was like, that's a dumb way to celebrate. It was pretty funny. Hey,
I hope we get to 100. That'd be cool.
Welcome to Breakroom Bullshit, everyone.
Hey, follow us on Twitter at Breakroom BS.
Get right into it.
Right in there. I'm getting right up in there.
Yeah, Breakroom BS1, and then SoundCloud Breakroom Bullshit. Searchers, you can search that, stream or download it, and our page on SoundCloud is Breakroom BS.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, how's it going? So we actually just recorded a Spider-Man Homecoming plot leak special.
Yeah.
Review.
Yeah. One day, me and Dave were just screwing around on the internet, and we found a Reddit post that had something that was claiming to be a leaked.
And I was like, I wasn't even paying attention. You're like, let me go look at this.
You didn't even care. And
you left us.
I disappeared.
You disappeared and read the whole thing. We're like, this is awesome. We must talk about it. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So we're dropping the same time as we drop this. We're gonna put out put that out just all by itself, a special episode. They're a fly.
It's a fly. Can I have some of your gum?
Yeah.
My throat's getting dry. I feel like that'll get the salivating gland.
So we're releasing that too, so you can give that a listen, see what you think of it.
Did you not have any out of here yet?
Yes, I did. I had some.
Man, they really packed these tight.
One or two. So this is some exciting news.
Are we starting with news now, or is this just like personal news?
Exciting news. We're going to be starting some music. We're going to have some more music in the show starting now. But how are we going to do this? Am I going to be... we have to pause for the music or something because I got to add it in later. I'm adding in music for the segments, remember?
I know that.
So how are we going to do it?
How's that affecting me?
Well, you can't, you're not going to be like, and here's our music, and now we're talking, you keep talking as the music, you can't,
I'm confused.
How do we do it? We should discuss this before the show.
You guys are going to hear music later.
I mean, they might hear it in 10 seconds because we have it for the news segment we're about to start.
All right. Well, maybe we just pause it and then start a new thing. And I don't know.
I'm just going to put it over top of it, but I don't know if we should talk over the music or blast the music.
Do you know the length of the music?
I can make it whatever length we want.
Okay. So how long are we going to be quiet for right now?
No, we're just going to be quiet and stop talking. We're going to sit here quietly as the music plays.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I wish there probably is. We know nothing about computers. When we set up this podcast, it took us forever to figure out how to just record us.
Yeah.
So there's probably a way, and if someone has a YouTube video that will show us how to play music on Dave's laptop here, while we...
I could just hit play and play it.
But that would kind of sound weird, wouldn't it?
Well, I can't. I have to unplug the mic to do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We have a lot
I can add it in. It's not a problem.
I can play it on my phone, maybe.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so you ready for some news?
Yeah.
Alright, let's start with some news.
We're pausing for music, right?
Yeah. That was our cool music. Or you may be hearing it still as we speak right now. I haven't decided yet because I haven't put it together.
Yeah.
And then after this week, we'll know how we're doing it.
I just realized... I'm looking through my papers for the articles, and I just realized you have all the articles.
I'm in charge. The music may have stopped now, or it may be finishing up. We'll find out later.
Yeah, who knows?
Alright, let's go with some news here. What do we got?
Dexter's now canon to the DC movies.
What the fuck?
I love the Dexter show.
Dexter ended terribly.
That's not true.
That show sucked.
Oh, Dexter ended terribly is true. I meant the thing that I said.
Yeah, nothing's true. We're going to start with some Marvel news. This is some exciting news about Punisher, the TV show for Netflix.
I'm ready. Give it to me.
They confirmed 3 more Punisher cast members. Production is in full swing on the Punisher. Marvel has revealed 3 more cast members to be joining the series.
I hope we get some more Foggy.
I don't know.
I hate Foggy.
You do love him.
I'm slightly below average on caring about him.
You're a dick.
Go.
They previously reported Ben Barnes is going to be playing Billy Russo Frank Castle's best friend from his days in the Special Forces.
Okay.
He runs a successful military corporation called Anvil. Eben Moss Bachrach will play Micro, a former NSA analyst whose secrets may be of great value to Frank Castle and everyone around them.
I know a lot of people were worried about them having a Micro in the TV show, because I guess he's known for having that, and I guess in the Punisher movies, I don't think they had Micro.
Oh, really? Is that what they did?
Yeah. Oh, am I whispering again? I'm sorry. I didn't realize I do that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to ask you. Let me do the last one here. Amber Rose Riva joins as Dinah Madani, a highly trained, sophisticated Homeland Security agent who is vexed by the Punisher. Do you know?
Is that a Deadite?
What?
On your shirt?
No.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah, I think Bruce Campbell was at this one. So maybe it was modeled after. It looks like Bruce Campbell after he turned all evil in Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
On my shirt.
Huh.
Do you know who these people are? You've heard of Micro? Do you know?
All I know is that he sits in a fucking van with Punisher and.
Oh. You know who Billy Russo is? Or Dinah Madani?
Isn't Billy Russo, isn't he one of the guys who directed the Civil War movie?
Yes. Okay, so now that you haven't answered any of my questions or given any knowledge, I'll tell you who these characters are.
I was waiting for it.
And this isn't much info. Fans will no doubt recognize the names Billy Russo and Micro as two integral characters to the Punisher in the pages of Marvel Comics, with Billy Russo being the real name of the villain Jigsaw, and Micro serving as his weapons supplier for many years. I feel like I saw Micro in the Spider-Man cartoon when Punisher was in it.
I don't remember his Punisher being in it. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Damn right you do. Alright, moving on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's talk about some Iron Fist. It starts March 17th.
I'm really excited for
that. Next.
Okay,
now we can talk a little bit.
No, I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so I'm not sure if I'm excited or not. It's probably the one I'm least excited for, because Jessica Jones I don't know anything about either. But yeah, March 17th, 2017. In case you were wondering, at 12:01 a.m. Pacific time. In case you were just getting up on that the moment it drops. In Marvel's Iron Fist, billionaire Danny Rand returns to New York City after being missing for years, trying to reconnect with his past and his family legacy. He fights against a criminal element corrupting New York City with his kung fu mastery and the ability to summon the awesome power of the fiery Iron Fist.
I hope okay, I haven't seen Luke Cage yet, but I hope that they start to get not as dark with these series.
You know, the black characters, you mean?
No, I'm talking about how you know damn well what I meant, you son of a bitch. You know damn fucking well. Yeah, but I hope they start to get a little less dark with these series. It's kind of, for me personally, it's kind of a turn off.
I like it.
I like superhero stuff because I'm able to escape reality. But then I don't know, it just seems too real.
I like that. I mean, for non-gritty, non-real dark stuff, you have the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay, cool. Oh.
What?
Okay. Iron Fist also includes Jessica Henwick as Colleen Wing. Who's that?
I don't know.
All right. David Wenham as Harold Meekum. Who's that?
No.
Jessica Stroup as Joy Meekum or Meacham.
Oh, I know her.
And Tom Pelphrey as Ward Meacham. Is that like the main Meacham?
The Meachams. Okay. They're known for having sex together.
Oh, that's pretty hot. Carrie Ann Moss is also in it, reprising her role of the lawyer Jerry Hogarth from Jessica Jones.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So there's your tie-in right there.
Yeah, there it is.
Here's your tie-in.
There it is, folks. All right, back to your...
Wasn't she in Daredevil Season 2? If I'm not mistaken.
She was like a quick cameo. All right, back to darker movies. Let's talk about Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah. Apparently, they just announced that Forrest Whitaker has joined the cast of Black Panther.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
No fucking way. He's getting all up in them Disney roots. He is.
In addition of 3 more members to the Black Panther cast. Firstly, Forrest Whitaker, Daniel Kaluuya, and Florence Kasumba. They're all black people.
Joey Gladstone.
Why are they casting so many black people in Black Panther?
I think the entire nation of Wakanda would be black, so...
You know, there's like some little white kid that got adopted, and he gets raised like in the wild or like by the black people, and he's all like, "What up? I'm white."
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. The studio also confirmed.
Are you talking about Jungle to Jungle?
Are you being racist?
I was just talking about the Tim Allen movie.
The studio also confirmed the previously reported casting of newcomer Winston Duke as the Man-Ape.
Winston Duke.
Yeah.
Duke it out.
Whitaker is going to be playing the role of Zuri, an elder statesman in Wakanda. You know who that is?
Zuri.
Okay.
Zuri. Hold on, wait.
All right.
Is it spelled like this? Wait.
Zuri.
Oh no. His sister's name is Shuri. Shuri, I think. If I'm not, I read this yesterday, so I can't remember.
Why would Forrest Whitaker play his sister?
Oh. I missed the.
I just cackled like a fucking female.
Yeah,
what?
You sound like a little bitch.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Speaking of bitches, you thought that Forrest Whitaker played his sister. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's weird, dumbass?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Forrest Whitaker has some sort of resty eye syndrome. Like his one eye's all fucked up and closed.
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk about it. We're probably gonna get shut down just because you talked about it.
It's not his fault. His eyes. He looks like Miss Chokes on Dick.
His lawyer team's gonna be all over us. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think he really.
They use that technology from Snowden where they can go through everyone's computers for one name just to scan when people talk about Whitaker's eyeball, and then just fucking rain down their lawyer wrath on us.
Yeah.
Okay. Whitaker is playing his sister Zuri, the elder statesman in Wakanda. Daniel Kaluuya is playing the role of Wakabi. You know who that is?
Kemosabe.
You're informative. That's T'Challa's confidant. You know who T'Challa is?
That's Black Panther.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you knew something. All right. Florence Kasumba is reprising her role as Ayo, as a member of the Dora Milagis.
Dora Milagis. Right. I'm going to be talking about them later.
Okay, cool. Hopefully you pronounce stuff correctly and you don't offend everyone in Wakanda.
Dude, when I was typing in my notes...
real?
Yeah, no.
You're not going to offend anyone in Wakanda.
When I was typing in my notes, I was just thinking, I'm really going to butcher a lot of these names. Even the writer of Black Panther, his fucking name is... a little weird looking.
That's good.
Ta-Nehisi.
Oh, cool. Hey, let's go on to the next news article here. What do we got next? Is that what you're interested about?
That's not too different.
Interested about the next news article,
Ta-Nehisi.
Oh, that's very informative.
I'm ready.
There's the rumors that in Avengers Infinity War, Star-Lord's going to have a very sizable role.
Sizable?
Yeah.
Like
there's a lot of... My cack is tiny. There's a lot of stuff on here, and I'm going to be reading like...
You said that so weird.
Really?
My cack is tiny.
I feel like that's how a tiny cock would talk. Oh, my cock's...
Wait, he is a cock. Let me say, I'm a cock that's tiny.
Look at all these words I'm not going to be reading. All I'm reading is what's in that little area.
I fucking hate articles.
The comicbookmovie.com sucks. They have so much shit in their articles.
Is this from Comic Book Movie or comicbook.com?
Whatever one you went to.
I don't know.
Whatever website we went to that we can't tell you sucks.
Yeah.
Comic book or comic book
One
movie.
of them sucks. I have my complaints about comicbook.com.
Wow.
A lot of their shit's stupid. Is that me or you?
I think it's you, bro. Why don't we ignore that, though?
Okay.
It's not secret that the Guardians of the Galaxy will star in Infinity War. Earlier this year, Vin Diesel confirmed the news to the excitement of fans, and many wondered how the team would fit into the massive blockbuster. Apparently, the extraterrestrial super squad will introduce themselves via Star-Lord. According to Schmoes Know, the hero will allegedly... That's a reliable source, Schmoes Know. The hero will allegedly be the first team member to make an appearance in the film and be a major player throughout Infinity War. That's all I'm reading. All the rest is like fucking theory about what he's going to do. It's nothing's confirmed. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit theory.
Okay.
Are you done over there? You're really tying me up.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at some of the theory you had going on.
Spencer Tracy.
I definitely want to see Guardians have a major role in this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Makes sense.
I agree.
It'd be nice to finally see them tie in with the rest of the Marvel U.
Well, this is going to be a little bit longer here, this article, because there's a whole page on here we're going to be looking at and reading.
Oh.
Wolverine 3 title We got a title for that, and also apparently a page of the script was posted on the Twitters. So that's interesting. Hugh Jackman has revealed the title of the film via a post of a billboard.
Yeah, nobody who saw the billboard go up would know.
Dude, I could have revealed the title of the film if I would have saw it first.
Dude, well, think about it. If you're driving downtown, though, and you see this big billboard that says Logan on it, you'd be like...
Why is Wolverine's claws on that Logan billboard?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
That's clearly Wolverine's
I don't know. I'd be
out.
like, I didn't know this movie had a fucking name yet. I thought it would just be Wolverine 3.
And then I'm like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut until Hugh Jackman reveals the name on this billboard.
I'd be a little confused until I saw the online article confirming that was the title.
Thank you, Hugh Jackman. The title is just Logan. There also appears to be a child's hand in the billboard. Who do you think it is?
I know in the Old Man... There's a lot of speculation that this is going to be the Old Man Logan storyline, right?
Yes.
So, I remember in the Old Man Logan storyline, the whole reason for him taking this trip across the country is... I believe to get some sort of revenge for his daughter. No, I don't think that's the reason he took the trip. I'm trying to remember this.
Okay, you have no facts.
But what I do know is that his family was brutally killed by a family of Hulks.
Hillbilly Hulks got pissed.
Hillbilly Hulks.
That's pretty odd.
Yeah. But
okay, some more info on this is a move rather unprecedented for a highly secretive event movie like this. Director James Mangold has used his Twitter account to post a page from the Wolverine script. And we're going to read this entire page.
James Mangold?
Mangold.
Is he the director?
Yeah. We're going to read this, and I'm confused because... I don't know. Look it up real quick. I'm confused because the script starts off like it's part of the movie, like something's happening in the movie. It's like a script where it's this is happening, someone gets blown up, someone's saying this. But then it goes into like talking about and describing the script, and then it goes back to things happening in the script. So I don't really understand the script page. It's really fucking weird. Maybe that's how scripts are and I'm just dumb? I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen the script.
Yeah, oh, did you find some stuff?
He did Walk the Line and the Wolverine. I bought that movie, still haven't watched it, The Wolverine.
I liked it.
I was just so angry with, I'm not going to say angry, but disappointed by... What's that one called? The stupid one.
Wolverine Origins?
Yeah, that one.
I didn't hate that movie. Alright, I'm going to read this page. The very top first sentence is halfway cut off, but it says, Banger fires, blows Logan right off his feet. Logan continued. Fuck. So he says fuck. So we got a fuck in it.
He said fuck.
Logan said fuck.
Wish I could get a fuck.
Now, and this is just what it says next. Now might be a good time to talk about the fights described in the next 100 or so pages. Basically, if you're on the make for a hyper-choreographed, gravity-defying, city-block-destroying CG fuckathon, this ain't your movie. In this flick, people will get hurt or killed when shit falls on them. They will get just as hurt or just as killed if they get hit with something big and heavy, like, say, a car. Should anyone in our story have the misfortune to fall off of a roof or out a window, they won't bounce, they will die. As for our hero, well, he's older now, and it's clear his abilities aren't what they once were.
I just used this time.
Yeah, he's fading on the inside, and his diminished healing factor keeps him in a constant state of chronic pain. Hence, booze is a painkiller. So by all means, go ahead and worry about him. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah. They kind of just throw this in the middle of their script page, but this is some insight on the movie for sure. Like talking about he's going to have diminished power, healing factor, the type of movie it's going to... Obviously, they're saying it's going to be a straight-up R-rated movie. People are going to be dying. It's going to be violent, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Okay, back to the movie.
People are going to be dying. It's going to be great.
It's going to be nice. As the smoke settles, a crowbar-toting banger angrily chews out jitters in Spanish for firing.
Are you speaking in English?
Okay, banger is a person.
I thought it was a breakfast food in England.
I thought it was like a porno.
Like sausages or something. No, maybe it's potatoes.
Okay, banger is apparently a person, and I think jitters is also a person.
Do you think that's code?
No, bangers is a gang. The Bangers.
Gang bangers.
They're talking about like this fucking gang. Okay. It's a gang.
Yeah, this is dumb.
So one, they're saying a crowbar toting banger. So one of the gangbangers toting a crowbar angrily chews out jitters in Spanish for firing. The others resume their work, none aware of Logan slowly getting up. Till Logan, guys, seriously, gets to his feet. You don't want to do this. The bangers react to Logan with bafflement. Ad-lib Spanish reactions, nervous chuckles. Crowbar presses down Jitter's gun as he moves to Logan. We hear a familiar snikt as claws extend from Logan's hands. Crowbar thwacks his skull, a metal ring. Off balance and pissed, Logan swings at them as they converge, but he's drunk and soon they're pounding him with knives and guns and fists and a Makita drill. They're fucking drilling him with a drill, apparently. So that's going to be pretty graphic. That'll be cool.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm definitely... So, if they're doing the Old Man Logan storyline...
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a lot different, because the whole reason he's not violent anymore, that's because Mysterio... Spoilers if you're planning on reading Old Man Logan. Mysterio fucking makes him think that he's murdering all these supervillains, but he's going through the X-Mansion and killing all the X-Men.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, so I don't know how Mysterio is going to be in it because he's a Spider-Man villain. The Hulk's family kills his family, so I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Well, they say on here, like this article, they're reviewing the page, and one of the things they say is referring to his powers are being vastly diminished in the movie. Maybe this is where the Old Man Logan element comes in. So maybe it's just going to be an element of Old Man Logan, not really following the story, you know?
Yeah.
Which I think is dumb.
The story is... Oh, it's so interesting.
I don't think they should have even done Old Man Logan if they can't put all the main players in it. I think that's kind of dumb.
I guess they could have their own creative story. Their own... That was fucking gross.
Fuck you, man.
I have to do the same thing. They could probably have their own creative story, but it's just really disappointing we're not in a situation where we can see Old Man Logan be played out on screen.
Yeah.
It really is a really good Wolverine or comic book story in general.
Yeah. Alright, Suicide Squad's getting an extended cut. Not director's cut. They're getting an extended cut that's going to be 13 minutes longer. When it comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, blah, 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 we're going to get an extended cut. Do you think it's going to have more fucking Joker shit that was cut out they kept talking about?
When the Batman vs. Superman extended cut came out, I was really excited. I was like, there's 30 minutes of extra shit?
Something like
There's
that,
a lot of extra stuff in there. All that got played out better was the stuff with the bullet.
Yeah. So it was all pointless.
I guess that's pretty exciting.
But the thing, too, with Batman vs. Superman, there wasn't all this talk of stuff that was cut out. Like, Suicide Squad, they talk about, like, a lot of the Joker stuff cut out. Like, but I don't know, though.
Dude,
Batman vs. Superman, there was rumors of cool stuff that was cut out, but it wasn't confirmed.
What'd you say, 13 minutes?
13 minutes longer. I don't know.
These 13 minutes better be 100% Joker or Harley material.
Yeah.
It better be 100% that, and it better make it R... Does it say if it makes it R-rated?
No, I was curious about that. It doesn't say that.
I mean, I guess it's unrated since it never
I
got
assume
out.
they're going to have the theatrical and the extended on there. I'm assuming the theatrical will be PG-13 and the extended will be unrated, is my guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to look into it, but...
I'm going to get it, probably.
I'm definitely going to... I don't want to say I'm going to get it because I don't want to support the movie. It's a fucking trick, and I don't want to fall into their fucking trick.
Well, yeah, the movie sucks, and they're putting out the extended cuts so people will buy it.
Yeah. Can I borrow yours? That's not your tissue.
I didn't realize what you meant.
Your cut?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I've got some articles.
Alright, let's get into some more DC stuff. Zack Snyder teases a Deathstroke scene from Justice League. So Zack Snyder has posted a photo from the set that reveals a set of storyboards for a scene with the character set to be played by Joe Manganiello. Mangello. No, it's not Mangello.
No, it's Manganiello or something.
I do like Mangello, though. What is interesting to note about the scene in question is who Deathstroke is talking to. Though we can't see their face, that cue ball head certainly makes it look like it's Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
Oh, I love Jesse Eisenberg.
Not me. Created by Mark Wolfman and George Perez, Deathstroke is a famous mercenary in the world of DC Comics who has gone toe-to-toe with the Dark Knight on multiple occasions and actually beat him in hand-to-hand combat more than once.
The only thing
ask that guy again.
I know a lot of people are really excited for Deathstroke, but me, personally, the only thing I ever am interested in seeing Deathstroke in would be anything related to the Teen Titans.
Oh. He's the
main antagonist in the Teen Titans.
He's the Deadpool inspiration, right?
Him and in theory.
Yeah.
In theory, apparently he inspired Deadpool. I mean, his name is Slade Wilson, and Deadpool's name is fucking Wade Wilson.
In theory. Well, communism works in theory.
In theory, a lot.
I can't remember what that's from. That's from a movie or show I watched.
Yeah, it does sound familiar. But yeah, dude, you probably never saw the Teen Titans TV show.
No.
But he was the main antagonist all throughout that.
Oh.
And he was, like it said, introduced by George Perez in fucking...
I thought you were going to say George Clooney for some reason.
George Perez in the new Teen Titans.
Oh. We're flying through these news articles, though.
It's called Nude Teen Titans.
Nude?
No, I said nude. I have congestion. Leave me alone. It's called New Teen Titans, but it's from the 80s, Dave.
Ooh. That's not very new.
No.
So, seriously, we're going to go into depth on this one.
Starfire is fucking hot in it, though.
Is she? Mm-hmm. She had big titties?
Yeah.
Big old cartoon titties.
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon
drawing.
Well, I can't wait to talk. This part is funny, but Ben Affleck's Batman solo movie to be titled The Batman.
Dumb.
Although I don't have a problem with it.
You never watched the Batman where the Joker had dreadlocks, though.
I don't know what that means.
There's animated cartoon series called The Batman, and the Joker has dreadlocks in it. He was also called the Batman in Detective Comics long before that existed, though. I don't like it.
I'm just saying.
I mentally associate it with that, though.
No. I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about in that tweet. I was like, I don't know what the fuck Dreadlock Joker is. I was confused as fuck.
Dreadlock Joker.
But just listen to this article. Although it's been rumored since the first inklings of the project leaked to the press, director star Ben Affleck has confirmed that his Batman solo movie will be titled The Batman. On to Ben Affleck's quote. The movie, I think, is going to be called The Batman. At least that's what we're going with now. I might change it. How is that confirmed?
So it's a working title, I guess.
He goes, I might change it. I think that's about it. That's all I got. We're working on the script. The script is going well. I'm really excited about it. I assure you, when anything develops, you'll hear about it.
Dude, I bet you they have a title, like, you know how like it's like Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. Yeah. I bet you they have like a subtitle for that.
Oh, you think so?
And it's gonna be more revealing towards the plot. Yeah. I don't think they want to exactly give everything out yet. They're not showing their full hand yet.
I can see that.
So
it just annoys me that the article states that he has confirmed it's called The Batman, and directly in his quote he goes, I might change it. I think it is.
That's pretty funny.
That's so dumb. Like,
I'm okay with that not being set in stone
you're weird.
For reasons of that.
Your own selfish reasons. Here's some good news. Ash vs. Evil Dead is renewed for a third season.
Already?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, they just started the second season, right?
It's recording. I just moved out recently, so I'd have to check my parents' DVR. I haven't been over there in a week.
Yeah, following the second season premiere this past Sunday, yeah.
Okay.
Deadline reports the series has been renewed for a 10-episode third season for the fall of 2017. That's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been over there yet, so we'll see.
That's awesome. All right, what do we got next?
The first season was fucking crazy. You still have to watch it.
Yeah, I need to see it.
All right.
Turbo Kid.
Ooh.
That movie. You mentioned this movie to me. You were like, you need to watch it. I'm like, sure I will eventually.
I can't be credited with finding this, though. I heard about it on Pop Culture Leftovers. But,
okay.
But I was bored the week after or something. I'm like, yeah, Turbo Kid, what the hell? We'll put it on. Loved it.
Dude.
And then I was like, I have to tell Dave about this. I know Dave likes the 80s.
Yeah, because you told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it eventually. And I did. I was like, eventually I might turn on and watch it.
Well, your roommate suggested it or something.
Well, no, this is what's funny that's happened. So you said that, so my roommate is sitting there. He's like, dude, this movie looks awesome. We should watch this. And he starts reading the summary. I'm like, this sounds really fucking familiar. And I'm like, dude, that's the same fucking movie Gable told me to watch. So we just watched it because he was sitting there and he already had it on.
So good.
It was fucking great.
I haven't revisited it since, but man, that was a really good movie.
It is good. Now, the first part of this article is great. I need to check this out. It says a couple of days ago, a prequel video to Turbo Kid arrived online, which offered some insight into Apple's adventures before she met the kid in the 2015 film. That's fucking cool.
Dude, that's gonna be really cool.
I want to see that.
I definitely want to know more about how she got there. She seemed weird to begin with. So.
Yeah, we can watch it. It's online. We'll watch it at some point. Now comes word from the filmmakers that a sequel to the movie is officially in the works. It will be a direct sequel to the first film, taking the action, picking it up where it ended from the first one. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I want it now. Do you think it's going to be another Sundance film like it was? Because I know Netflix had it. Like, they're the first ones that like publicly have it showing. But I think it was a Sundance film before that. Do you think this is going to be anything like straight to Netflix, or do you think it's going to be?
Was the first one straight to Netflix after Sundance?
I think so.
I think it would be the same.
Because I know they had the Beast. I think was it Beast of No Nation or something like that? Was fucking fly keeps buzzing around me.
I don't know what that means.
I know they've been doing that with some Sundance movies, is displaying them on Netflix as a way for the general public to get to it.
I don't believe you. Let's wrap up with the greatest article. I saved the best for last. Voltron, legendary Defender writer, teases second season details. While at New York Comic Con 2016, comicbook.com had a chance to sit down with the Voltron showrunners, including writer Tim Hedrick. This is all him. When Voltron Legendary Defender Season 2 begins, we find the 5 Lion Paladins broken up and scattered, unable to function as a team. Hedrick discussed its starting point and how the premise will shape the type of episodes we see in Season 2, allowing for more individual character exploration. We'll get deeper into each individual character while still being a team. You can't form Voltron without all 5 Paladins, so that's like the strength and weakness of the show. Everyone's got to be there, you know? Everyone's got to be there, you know? So you're never going to have that many solo episodes, but we got to do that at the beginning of this season when everybody's split off. So we get to see some interesting pairing and some people doing their own things. But we're only 13 episodes in, so we have a lot of ground to cover. Does that excite you?
Dude, I really love that show. I recommend it to anyone out there who has not seen it yet. I recommend it to you. I feel like you might like it.
Oh, boy. You think so?
Maybe not. I don't know how you are with kids shows. You probably don't like them. Watch the first episode. If you don't like it after the first episode, don't watch it. But the first episode is an hour long. The rest of them are 20 minutes.
Well, there's not like naked kids in it, is there?
No. What does that even fucking mean?
Why
do you fucking say that?
Because you like... because you like the show, right?
I do like I hate you. You're calling me a pedophile, aren't you?
I do like I hate you. That was really funny. Okay, that's our news. That's our news for...
Let's get to the comic book.
Can we go on break first?
Yeah. Come on. Shoo. Break.
Alright, we'll be back with some comic book reviews.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
We're back again. Yeah.
We're back with Gable's comic review.
Yeah.
Gable's 6-month-old brand new comic review. And you ready for it?
Yeah.
Here we go, our brand new snazzy comic review music.
Well, to the new listeners, was the music playing right now? I fucked up.
Maybe, I don't know.
Alright, well, for new listeners, I review comics that are on Marvel Unlimited. If you're not familiar with Marvel Unlimited, it's basically an app that Marvel has that they put all their comics on as they come out 6 months ago.
Oh.
So whatever came out 6 months ago.
You're high-tech Jones over here. You're state-of-the-art Jones.
Whatever came out 6 months ago, that's what I'm reading today. So
you're up-to-date on current events Jones.
I'm actually, I think what you're looking for is cheap-ass Jones.
Yeah, dude.
Cheap-ass Jones. I paid $10 a month. Okay, we've had this discussion before.
Me and you?
And I think maybe in general on the podcast. Comic book cost about $3.99.
I remember when they were 10 cents when I was a kid. That's not true.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not true.
There's $3.99.
I remember them being like $1.99 though.
Yeah, that sounds more accurate. I do have some like comic books from the 90s that have that pricing. But like I said, $3.99. I buy 3 of them.
Yeah.
I buy 3 of them, $12. I can't. That already
That's
goes
so
over.
much money.
That's already going over. I pay $10 a month and get as many comics as I want from Marvel. And yeah, the only thing I have to deal with is that they're 6 months old.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really not that old.
I'm sorry.
And I get like 12 to 20 comics a week that I can read that are new to the app. So no complaints. Love it. Okay.
You know what I'm doing right now? I'm texting Finch.
What are you texting him?
He asked how goes the recording. I don't know where he's at. I think he's in Washington or something. Yeah. So he goes, "How goes the recording?" And I go, "It goes well. We're doing the movie review part tomorrow night at like 1:30 a.m. At like 3 a.m.
You're an idiot.
Why am I an idiot? The new animated Batman movie with Burt Ward and
Alright, can I move on now?
hold on, and Adam West.
Getting tired, Dave.
Also featuring I'm
getting tired of your shit. That's what I'm getting tired of.
That's not nice.
Yeah. Alright, so Black Panther #1 just came out for me.
I just thought of a cat. That's weird.
Yeah. It's written by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Arts by Brian Stelfreeze, and then color by Laura Martin.
Okay. 3 things.
4.
First of all, are any of these people Wakandan?
I know the Ta-Nehisi guy won a lot of awards for being I think journalist he is.
That brings me to number 2. That guy sounds like he has a Wakandan name.
Yeah, he does. Yes,
Number 3, you can't say colored, it's black people.
No, she does the colors. Oh no, that sounds worse.
I didn't think of it. You said that sounds worse. She does the colors.
Brooks, I know you're getting your Twitter out and you're tweeting us about this right now. That's if you even still listen, because we didn't get a top 5 from you this week.
You're racist, dude.
Oh, God.
She does the colors.
For the comic, Dave. For the comic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I forgot to give you the book to play with.
Oh, I love having something to play with.
I give Dave my tablet so he can play with the colors.
You always hope that I don't drop it when you hand it to me.
I do, it's really scary. Alright, let's pull this up here.
Pull it up and pull it out.
Connecting to your Wi-Fi.
Zip it up and zip it out. If Chappelle was listening, he'd think that's
your
funny.
Wi-Fi sucks.
Okay. Black Panther.
Alright, so,
he looks pretty badass.
Yeah, the comics...
I don't like that shit on his neck, though.
What?
That fucking necklace. It's not very manly.
I'm gonna start out by saying I really like this.
Really?
Well,
which number is it?
I like this for a start. It's #1.
Oh, it's #1?
So, I mean, it's nothing like mind-blowing.
Is this another one that's starting after the reset with all the human stretching God and the Civil War too? Or?
Yeah, a lot of the comics don't even mention that whenever they act as if everything's normal.
That's what this is, though? It's starting over after that?
Yeah, okay. It's a #1, so... like I've mentioned before, whenever I'm reading these, I'm relevantly newer to comics. I've only been reading for what, like a year, maybe 2.
Can you make the top go away so I can see?
Tap the middle of the screen, and it's...
Alright, I tried that. Whatever.
Here we go. It's because you suck.
Okay.
One of the things I didn't like about this comic is at the beginning, I think you're on the page there, it's kind of like a recap of the history, but the recap of the history didn't really tell me much. It just, you know what I mean? It just kind of had quotes from, it kind of had like an out of context moment with another character and did not explain what happened in it at all.
I'm reading this page, I have no idea what anything means that I'm reading.
That was another issue with like the narrative on it. It kind of had like this very like Bible type spiritual way of talking.
Okay.
Like it's not
vernacular.
It's not very. I don't know.
Why does he have like elfin ears? His ears are all pointy.
That's Namor. Namor. I don't know why I said Namor. Namor. He's like Aquaman for Marvel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever.
He basically has his own nation of like Atlanteans or something.
The Great Mound. Is this like this whore that everyone's boned, like the Great Mound?
I don't. Yeah, no. I think that's just like somewhere they get like their resources, their mineral resources from. Anyway, yeah, but the narrative for this was very confusing for me. It was very broad in what it was describing, and didn't really. I had to think about what it said and how it related to what was going on sometimes.
Wait, so his mask goes on like that?
Yeah, his mask is kind of like formulates around him like.
Is that how? It wasn't like that in Civil War, was it?
No, I think it was an actual physical mask, wasn't it?
I think
it was. Like the front plate came off and then the back lowered.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I don't exactly know. Like I said, this is the number 1, so some of the things are still a little bit confusing. Let's see. Wakanda is in a state of crime throughout this. A lot of the citizens
Sounds like New Orleans.
A lot of the citizens have hate for T'Challa, Black Panther, T'Challa.
Oh, okay, that's his name,
T'Challa. A lot of the Wakandians have, I think it's Wakandians, have hate for him. They call him the Orphan King for some reason. I guess because his dad died, but they don't explain that in the history there. I know from reading up about Black Panther that his dad died, I believe. So
what part is this?
What? That's the end.
Oh.
Why? Good job, Dave.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The women, you learn that the women responsible are for protecting T'Challa are called the. I guess people who would know Black Panther already would know this, but they're called the Dora Milaje.
Like Dora the Explorer?
Yeah, that's it. Whenever I look at that, that's all I see is Dora.
In Civil War, the one chick must have been a part of that. The one chick that was with him?
Yeah. I do like that in this, there's like this sub-story going on with 2 of them, where one of them is being sentenced to death because she acted out and killed... she killed some guy who was mistreating local villagers, but because she shouldn't have killed him, so she got sentenced to death herself. And I guess she was another one of them was a lover to her.
She was a lesbian.
Mm-hmm. And later on, you see her, the one who isn't sentenced to death, steal some prototype, break her out of jail. And you find out that she stole an extra prototype for her. The prototype.
Were they dildos?
No, they're it's like a prototype suit called the Midnight Angel. Huh. So I'm interested to see what goes on with their storyline and how they're going to be affecting the politics in Wakanda, because it's a very political comic. It obviously dealing a lot with the royal family.
Okay.
Of Wakanda. You're giving me a weird look. Let's see, what are some other good things I liked about it? It was a really good pacing throughout the comic. The art and the color was done very well.
Are you going with that word?
I hate the character roles are for the most part really well explained. Like the Dora Malahi. I told you I was gonna fucking butcher these names. When I was taking these notes, the whole time all I'm thinking is I'm gonna fuck up these names so bad. There is a really good fucking hook at the end, but it was kind of confused. I guess resurrection seemed to be normal there. I don't know. I know there was a part halfway through where the one of the Dora Malahi was talking about how she lived it and died many times for her nation, and I'm like, oh, that's probably just a figure of speech. But then at the end of the comic, Black Panther is literally trying to resurrect his sister using some technology they have.
Well, they're cats. Cats have more than one life.
That might, I guess that makes sense.
You don't think that does?
The worst part about this was the narrative, Black Panther's narrative of what was going on. I was just very confused about what he was talking about. I had to think about what he was saying. I'm sure it was very deep and whatnot when he was talking about it, but I was just like, this is issue number 1. I need to be explained what's going on.
Yeah, some history.
Some better history about what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue if they don't talk about the history of a character, but if you're going to bring it up later, which I hope they don't here, because I still don't understand a lot of what happened with Black Panther in the past. They're going to have to explain it better to me as a new reader, especially since they start with these number ones, all these number ones. You need to explain to me what happened in the past, since this is a new series. I need to know what's happening.
Yeah.
Is
that the Joker you were talking about with the dreadlocks?
No, that's like T'Challa's stepmother. Something like that.
Oh, is that it right there then?
Sounded complex. No. She's actually that's more of a spoiler. I'm gonna try avoiding spoilers from now on. But
really?
Yeah.
Why? We spoil movies.
That's true. I don't know. I guess I already did tell you the ending page about him trying to resurrect his sister.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know.
So who's the girl there?
The girl there, she's actually going around. Seems to be some sort of witch or like enchantress type character, where she's inspiring and channeling the hate in the Wakandans, and that's why they're kind of rebelling against him.
I wonder what's going to happen in the next one. You think Wakanda will fall?
Are you looking at that picture of the statue of Black Panther being torn down?
Well, I know where it says the fall of Wakanda.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep reading this. It definitely at least had me interested enough to the point where I want to carry on with the series.
Okay.
Give it a read it. Here we have a rating system.
This is fucking important. Did you know that this happens? How do you make him go? Isn't he supposed to move?
No.
What? You know about that though, right?
No.
It's a game, dude.
Your Wi-Fi sucks.
It's not what. There's a game where you make him jump over stuff.
You play a game with the dinosaur. Maybe it's on the computers only.
It was on my phone. I did it on my phone.
Maybe your phone's better than mine. All right, come on. You're not even ready for the next one. Can you focus?
I want to play the dinosaur game though.
I want to go home and go to sleep.
You didn't even give your fucking your rating.
It's because you cut me off here. You're playing with the dinosaur.
Well, why are you trying to get to the next comic? You gotta give your rating.
We gotta get it ready. Alright, yeah, my rating on the Black Panther was a read it. We have a rating system.
That we remember very well.
If you listen to last week's episode, I fucked it up and I couldn't remember what it was.
I fucked it up.
If I no longer wish to continue with a series for comics, I'm just dropping it and probably not coming back to it. The only way I'm coming back to it is if there's some sort of change in the writer, or if I see a tie-in in another comic. But if generally a drop, it means I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Read it means I'm gonna keep on reading it. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but well, I guess it could mean it could still mean I liked it a lot. It could range from anywhere. I'm gonna continue on with the series. That's basically what the read it means, and then shelf it means I'm actually probably going to try to go out and buy this at some point because it is it would be worth having because I would like it so much.
And you gave this?
So I gave it a read it.
A read it.
I read it.
Okay.
Although I technically already have this at home physically.
Oh, so you cheated.
I did not buy it though.
Oh.
It came in a loot crate. It was a special Funko Pop edition.
I see.
The cover just had a Funko Pop of Black Panther on it.
I'm putting the name, which comics they are in here, so I remember for the.
Oh, good idea. What are we doing next?
What's your next one you have?
I want you to guess.
Is it Old Man Logan?
No.
Is it Uncanny X-Men 6?
No.
Is it Vision?
No.
Is it Invincible Iron Man?
No.
It's Black Widow number 2.
No.
Oh man, I thought for sure it was.
It's Spiderman 2099.
It's not even on here.
Yeah, it is. Hit read now.
Read now.
Read now.
I said read offline, not read now.
Where are we at? Alright, yes.
Everywhere you want to be, son.
Spider-Man 2099, this is issue number 9. So I've been reading this one since I've started doing this whole Secret Wars
This is issue
thing.
number 9?
Yeah, so ever since I started reading after the Secret Wars ended, this has been one of the ones that have been out there pretty long. For 9 months now, I guess you could say.
It's long enough to have a Spider-Man baby.
The writer is Peter David, art by Will Sliney, and then color by, would you say Rachel? That's Rachel, right? Not Raquel or anything?
Rochelle?
Rochelle?
Yeah, I think it's Rachel.
Rochelle.
Rochelle
Rosenberg.
Remember Rochelle?
No, I don't know what you're
From
talking
Seinfeld. Remember they were going to see Rochelle?
I don't remember that one.
The story of a young woman's journey through Minsk.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, my throat's getting damp.
The person's first name is Art by?
Art by Will Sliney, and then color by Rochelle Rosenberg.
I'm excited to look at this.
The main character in here is...
The titties.
You want to read that part, actually?
This is weird. Why is it doing that?
Read that part.
Miguel O'Hara was a young genetics genius employed at the megacorporation Alchemax in the future city of Nueva, New York. One of his experiments to replicate the powers of the present-day Spider-Man was turned against him and rewrote his DNA to make it 50% spider. After learning how to use his amazing new abilities, Miguel became a chick with titties.
No, Spider-Man 2099.
I got confused.
Alright, you don't have to read the rest of that.
Hey, it's me, Lila.
You don't have to read that. We're okay. If you want to get away from that, there you go. I fixed it.
I don't know what's happening.
You went on the guided view where it's basically for phones and it zooms in so you can see the panels better. Yeah, but I was pretty disappointed with this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you've read all of them up to 9, I assume, right?
Yeah. I've been leaning towards getting off of this because the story just, I don't know, it's not interesting to me at all. He's living in present day, not 2099, because of some bullshit with the his machine won't work again to get him back to the future or whatever.
His DeLorean?
His
DeLorean's out of gas and plutonium. Mr. Fusion's
the
broke.
DeLorean's not working.
It's fucked.
Whatever it wasn't interesting. I can't
Brown's
remember.
getting a lap dance.
Earlier, in one of the earlier issues, his girlfriend, Tempest, was presumed dead in some terrorist attack. But,
so this dude is Spider-Man 29, and this is normal Spider-Man who traveled to the future.
yeah.
Okay.
No, that's present day. That's present day Spider-Man.
Oh, and this is Spider-Man 29 came to the past?
Yeah.
with his Spider-Man 2099 time machine.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotcha.
he did get. I think he did get to the future as in 2099 for an advanced lab, but he was Otto Octavius in Spider-Man's body at the time. It's confusing,
That's
and yeah, it was very confusing.
Is that G.I. Joe or Wolverine?
Neither.
Oh.
So Miguel recently found out that his girlfriend Tempest was not. Her name's Tempest.
It's a cool name.
Every time I read the name, I'm like, I'm probably reading this wrong, or it just looks weird in my brain.
I'm reading it
Tempest.
wrong.
Maybe I turn it upside down and her real name's revealed. I don't know.
It's a Mad Lib. You have to fold it together. That's not a Mad Lib at all.
Mad Libs. You're thinking of Mad Comics, what they did at the last page.
It's gonna be TT.
Yeah, but he found out she wasn't dead and she was actually in a coma under her mother's watch. Her mother hired a hitman named Marco the Mountain or something like that. And
Marco the Mountain.
Yeah, so in the last issue,
is that him?
In the last issue, regular Spider-Man helped him get Tempest into one of Peter Parker's private hospitals.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but in the fight, Marco threatened the lives of children, and Miguel, the 2099 future Spider-Man, Miguel wasn't cool with that. Is really stupid because, I don't know, it's just, he's there, and I'm not really sure why he's at the bar to confront him. It makes it seem like he's there to yell at him for threatening the children, but I guess he's actually there to figure out where her mother is. I don't understand why he needs to know where her mother is.
I gotta be honest, this shot looks like he came on him and shot the webbing from his dick on him.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not really a big... I love the art in this. I love how his suit looks. His suit looks so badass in this. It's just the story that's going along with this is just really not interesting to me.
The story is not as cool as his suit.
It's not interesting to me at all. I don't care about his girlfriend Tempest. I do not. There was
Miss Monroe?
There was cool stuff where one of the other characters became an Inhuman, and I'll get to that later. But yeah, I can just get to that now. At the very last page, go further. At the very last page, I'm really jumping around here.
Who's that slut?
At the in the end of the comic, they end up hinting at some organization called the Fist.
Who's this?
That's some guy in some organization called the Fist. I am so sick of Marvel organizations having hand-related names. we talked about this last week when I did Daredevil. The Hand, and then they had the assassin named the Fist. Now this is an organization called the Fist, and I'm just they have the villain called Ten Fingers. I'm getting really sick of all these hand-related organizations.
The Fist.
They need to start coming up with cooler names.
What if the Fist is just filled with a bunch of bad guys that just go around and fist women, and that's all they do?
Yeah, I don't know. From what I can tell, though, they appear to be searching for Inhumans. But yeah,
They're not searching for vaginas. After
Miguel confronted Marco the Mountain about those kids or whatever, he finds out where his Tempest's mom is. I don't like her name. I hate it. Tempest. It's dumb.
Tempest is.
And I don't know. You would think
she's the mom of Tempest.
Okay, so he goes all this trouble of finding where she is, right?
Yeah.
He gets there, and the only information that is I don't even think he asked why she was keeping Tempest being alive a secret. The only thing you figure out
is he have a burger in his pocket.
Oh, don't.
I'm sorry. Moving on.
The only thing you figure out is that the mother killed her second husband because he was taking voyeur shots of her daughter Tempest.
So.
And I'm like, what's this have to do with anything going on? Yeah. I hate this fucking comic, and I'm gonna say a drop it.
Oh my.
Yeah,
You're done.
I don't think I'm gonna read the next Spider-Man 29. And the only reason, like I said, that I've been reading, I don't even know if I said this. The only reason that I've been reading this and keeping up with it is because the name Spider-Man is in the title. I'm thinking maybe it's gonna tie into the next Spider-Verse type comic.
Does the comic normally not have that much of a presence of the present day Spider-Man?
No.
Really?
Well, he works for Parker Industries, so he kind of sees him as his boss sometimes.
Yeah.
But not...
Does she get fisted?
I have no idea who she fucking is. That's like another Fist member. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that girl is the Inhuman who was his friend or whatever.
Oh.
And I'm really confused about a lot of this stuff, and it might not necessarily be their fault.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it might be stuff they explained, but I don't really care that they explained it because it's just so fucking boring. So I'm definitely dropping this.
All right, drop that shit.
This is the only Spider-Man comic I'm probably ever going to drop because
my.
I love Spider-Man comics.
What's next?
Even the other the Spider-Women comics I enjoy.
Ooh, you just like the titties.
And that's also a segue to the next comic.
What?
Spiderwoman Alpha.
How do I do things?
All right, so you're gonna hit that center thing.
Spiderwoman Alpha number 1.
I'll get you that pulled up here.
Spiderwoman Alpha number 1.
And I'm really, dude, I was pissed before I even started reading this because I was looking at I was taking notes. I was putting down the writers, and normally there's a page on here like I had you read that gives like the description and tells you all about the writers and the editors and stuff. There's not one of those. There's nothing there that. So the only information I had about who wrote it was on the front page, and it was only their last names. So I looked up the writers, their full names. I knew the writer. His full name was Robbie Thompson, but I didn't know the art and color. First names, it's Vanessa Del Rey does the art, and then Jordi Belair does the color.
I did not like the art.
No, it's not one of my... It's not something I like.
This is a problem I have with comic. Okay, this is number 1, right?
Uh-huh.
If I just pick this up and read it, I'm like, what's Earth 65?
Yeah.
Like,
that is something that should be explained. Fortunately for me, I already knew that, so I didn't think about that whenever I was taking my notes. But you do bring up a good point.
I don't understand.
Like who would know what Earth 65 is? This kind of isn't a number 1. At the same time, it obviously is a number 1. But the reason I say it isn't is because it's taken from... It talks heavily of the other comics that all 3 of these characters are from.
Yeah. So
I feel like you would have had to read those in order to fully appreciate what's going on in this.
Yeah.
It is Spider-Woman Alpha number 1 stars. Silk. Silk's part of this group.
Are these people introduced, or they're just like, hey?
Like I said, it seems like they expect you to know them from all their individual comics.
Silk's introduced.
I get it, but like at the same time, like you have to be able to be open to new readers.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna put number 1 on it.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
But let me get back to the writer situation. So it says Thompson on the fucking cover, and I'm like, okay, I'll look up the writers. I go on Marvel's website. I'm on Marvel's website, and they don't have the art people's names on there. I had to look their names up on another website. They don't have the color people, the person who did the color on there. But they do have 2 additional writers for this comic book.
That aren't even listed?
That aren't even listed in the actual comic book.
What the hell?
Jason Latour, who writes Spider-Gwen. So maybe they oversaw it to make sure it like lined up with their continuity.
How pissed would you be if you worked on this comic and your names aren't even anywhere associated?
Jason Latour, he writes the Spider-Gwen, and then Dennis Hopeless, he writes Spider.
What about all this stuff where it says story by and all that?
That's at the very end, though.
Oh.
I guess you're right. I don't know. That's not typically where it is, though. It's
Yeah, no,
on the
I
front
got
cover.
you. Did you not know that was there?
No, I didn't.
That's really funny.
Wow.
He seems so upset.
Who's looking in the back of the books, though? This isn't a movie. You don't put it at the end.
I agree. You're not wrong, but it's just really funny that it was
You caught me
there
off
the whole
guard.
time.
You caught me off guard.
You had a pretty quick response. Yeah, but it's at the end like you do at first. You're like, well, yeah. But
Listen, when you're me, you have to defend your statements a lot.
we're really gonna edit this whole your whole rant's gonna be edited on the podcast. Don't worry, no one will know about it.
I still think it's dumb on the front, though. They still don't have the other 3 writers listed, though.
You're right. Do they have the writers on
think
here
about,
or no?
Dude, yeah, they do. Mature, hopeless.
May, April.
Um.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but on the front they still don't have the other ones. I don't know. If you're someone who's picking up the comic in a comic store, they have the plastic seals on it. I don't know if you're allowed to take them out or not.
Yeah.
I typically read digitally, so I don't know if you can open it beforehand. But if you're someone who's just looking at it through the front, you're not going to know. Maybe you really like Jason Latour. You're not going to know he even worked with the project.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I mean the comic has a really badass title.
That's cool.
So whenever I saw Spiderwoman Alpha #1, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a really badass comic. At least 33, 1/3 of this comic.
They're just buying makeup and on their periods.
I might as well have been, because all they did was reiterate the things that were going on in the other comic. But like they just sat around the table and talked the whole time. I'm like, why don't I just read the other comics instead of reading this?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to give me a summary of what's going on, don't stretch it out for 1/3 of the book.
Yeah, that's a good point. They simply would have had the thing at the beginning telling you they could have avoided it all.
Yeah, like dude, look, I'll go. All right, they meet up here. So from page 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Jesus.
13, 14, 15, and this is when they kick into action. So for all those pages, that was just them rambling on like the view or the talk about what was going on in their lives.
That's a shame.
Individually, I really like all those characters in their comics. You have Spider-Woman, you have Silk, and you have Spider-Gwen.
Do any of these girls have like webbing coming out of their puss?
No. Dude, if you want to see something similar to that, though, just look up pictures of like fan made pictures of Silk online.
Oh boy.
Yeah, dude, there's some fan fiction for her there.
That's gnarly.
You're about to go entertain your. I actually saw some. I was looking up Cindy Moon, Cindy with a C, Moon. That's the character's name, and go under the images.
It's going. Here, continue with your review. This is getting slow.
Yeah. Yeah. So the comic, Silk, Gwen, and Jessica Drew all meet up. You see, as they're meeting up, they're having lunch together. There's some guy with a ski. Well, actually, no. This is before that. Whenever you just see Gwen on her own in her own universe, because Spider-Gwen's from a different universe, which.
Oh, she has a dick.
That's not true.
She has a dick there.
In that picture, she does seem to have one. Oh boy. Hi, Mom.
What is that thing that's eating her out?
That's Spider-Man.
Why does he look like a little doll or that little guy from Trick or Treat?
I don't know.
That's really weird.
I'm gonna go back to talking about this. In the beginning of the comic, Gwen's just finishing an adventure of her own, and some guy in a ski mask is following her around. You don't really know
Jason
much about
Voorhees?
him. Yeah, it's just some guy in a ski mask. It's a very Spider-Man looking ski mask, though.
Okay.
You don't really know who he is until later on. I guess later on you figure out who he works for later on. I mentioned in here that 10 of the pages are just about them talking about their lives, which is like no action for a comic that's named
nice and exciting.
Spiderwoman Alpha, #1. It sounds really exciting, but is not. While they're sitting there catching up with each other, a giant robot starts attacking the city, and they all move up onto the rooftop and get changed into their gear and start fighting this thing. While they're fighting this thing, turns out the giant robot's actually a diversion for the guy in a ski mask, because they're eating lunch in Spider-Gwen's universe. She lives on Earth 65, like you mentioned earlier, not the normal Earth 616.
Yeah.
But they're eating on her universe. He is rooting through their bags as they're fighting this giant robot, and Gwen has this thing that she's able to teleport between universes.
Yeah.
Because she's part of this spider... what's it called? The Web Warriors. Spider-Man Web Warriors.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, it was part of the... After the Spider-Verse comic event went down.
Good for them.
Yeah, Spider-Verse comic event went down, so they came out with a... I think I talked about it. I'm getting distracted for some reason right now. And I'm just looking at your fascination with what's going on there.
Yeah.
But in the Spider-Verse, a lot of the Spider-Men from different universes got their universes killed. So after everything went down, the Web Warriors got together and they were responsible for taking care of those other universes that lost their Spider-Men from all sorts of havoc.
I see.
You understand?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
No. I was hoping you had questions. Yeah, but you find out the guy takes this teleporter they have, Spider-Gwen's teleporter, and delivers it to this woman. You have no idea who she is for a few pages, and then she activates the teleporter. It says that they enter Earth 616, and she reveals that she was Earth 65's version of Cindy Moon, who is Silk. So, I guess it's interesting.
Huh.
I don't know. It was very meh, especially considering 1/3 of the comic was them talking about things that I already knew was happening.
Yes.
I don't know. It was a very meh comic.
So what's your rating?
I'm gonna keep reading it. It's part of the Spider family.
Just like she has the downs there. Look at her face.
Yeah, it's because the art's really shitty.
Yeah.
It's not as shitty as fucking Frank Miller's art, but
no.
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
It's part of that Spider family stuff, so I'm gonna keep reading. Maybe something interesting will go on with this whole Earth 65 Silk.
So it's a read it.
It's a read it. It's close to a drop it, but it's a read it.
It's close to a drop it. We'll see how that pans out down the road.
Yeah, I don't want to drop it after a #1. I don't think I can. Ooh, I don't think I can give it #1 a drop it, because what if that was just a shitty start?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
That was my comic shit for the week.
That's your comic shit for the week, and now we're gonna go, and then we're gonna come back with some movie reviews. Foil.
Oh.
Welcome back from the break. Welcome back.
What's this segment for?
This is movies. We're gonna review movies.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about movies and review them. What is it?
It's like food on your shirt or something.
Yeah, you should not talk so low the whole time tonight.
No, I won't be a bitch.
You're already being a bitch. All right,
That's
so you should move. Yeah, that's fine.
This is a good comic segment. Last segment.
Yeah, we did the comics, and then after this, we're gonna do our top 5 next.
Yeah.
That's the next segment.
Next segment.
And we also earlier.
I'm not gonna forget anything.
And earlier tonight we recorded our Spider-Man Homecoming special.
Yes, we did.
We did all that in
Tonight.
order.
All that happened tonight.
It did. So this week we're gonna review what was it? Batman: Return of the Caped Crusader.
Yeah, I believe that's the title.
And then we're gonna review The Girl on the Train.
Yeah.
Which I didn't watch.
Yeah.
And I bitched out this week. And we're gonna review our retro reviews gonna be Transformers.
Transformers, the Michael Bay one.
Yeah.
The 2000 whatever it was.
2007?
We're really enthusiastic
okay,
tonight.
We gotta turn off my. I forgot to. When my AC came on, I forgot to turn that.
AC unit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. What are we starting with?
We'll start with the girl on the train.
Girl on the train.
We'll start with Batman.
Am I getting my girl on the train notes out or what?
Yeah, you're not gonna need them after Batman or anything.
Okay.
I mean, you can get them out regardless. You're gonna need them eventually.
I don't need them. I'm not gonna do another one because I still need them.
You have a lot of fucking notes.
What the?
What's that?
God damn it.
Did you fuck up?
Well, somebody else added another page to... Oh, wait, I'm missing them.
Who's controlling things besides you?
I'm missing my Transformers one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. That's good. Why don't we pause this for a second? Sorry, we had to pause to look at pornographic Catwoman gifts.
Oh, I thought you already hit go.
I fucked up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Gable doesn't have his notes, but he does have his notes. So we're not totally fucked. Gable didn't complete. Good one. What's that?
This is a good one.
Let me look at it. Is it romantic? Oh, look at that. She's playing with her boobies. Is Batman like, I'm spent, I came,
I think
I'm done?
he's dead. I think they killed him.
I
think they're celebrating.
They're celebrating by gently massaging her titties. And contemplating kissing her neck, but just rubbing her nose against it. Alright. Oh, Harley Quinn, you dirty fucking
There's
slut.
so many gifts. There's so many great gifts. Yeah. Arkham gifts. The Arkham gifts are so great.
They're gifts to us.
They sure are.
What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're doing Batman. You have your notes out?
Yes.
No, you don't. You're pulling them out now.
What are you doing?
I didn't say I had my notes out. I didn't lie like you just did.
Well, I'm a lot. Oh, there's the GIF again.
We don't have a synopsis. We don't have anything. We're not prepared.
What do you need a synopsis for? Basically, the DC animation crew revisited the original Adam West Batman series and made an animated Batman movie. Bam, synopsis. That's your synopsis right there.
Oh.
The voices of...
Adam West is Batman, Burt Ward's Robin, and Julie Newmar is Catwoman.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember her name.
And everyone else is new.
Yes.
Because I think the other people might be dead.
Yeah. I know the Joker's definitely dead, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Definitely, right?
So it's just a new tale. Very much in the fashion of the old one.
Oh my god, it was great.
It was alright.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny.
It was alright.
Did I not seem like I enjoyed it a great deal?
No, I thought you hated it.
Yeah, I hate you.
Okay, my first note is I don't understand how they got them to look so young, because, like, Ward and West are so old.
Yeah, how did they...
But they looked really young in the movie.
I hate you so much. I like how they opened it with, like, the comic pages.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know if it was the first appearance of, like, all those characters, but, like, whenever they showed, like, who would be playing the voice for Riddler, or who would be playing the voice for Joker, they'd show, like, a famous, comic cover with them in it, so the intro is definitely nice. Well done.
What else you got for this?
I have to sneeze.
Oh.
Pretty much this was really funny. In my opinion, I thought this was really funny. I thought everything Adam West said throughout the entire movie was like gold. At least throughout the first portion of it. It started to die down somewhere in the second act.
His jokes whenever he became bad?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the scene with the Batmobile leaving for the first time. I thought it was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Like, they did it the same as the show, but the animation was really good, and the camera work with the animation.
Everything just paid an awesome tribute to that original show.
Yeah.
There's not really much to say about it. It was like an hour and 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, like an hour and 20.
It wasn't very long.
Catwoman sure made him look retarded in this movie, though. Like every Every time he gets near Catwoman, his dick takes over. It's to the point where the one part he's talking to her, Robin's getting his ass kicked by Joker. He's just not paying attention.
It was funny.
Joker walks up behind him and just hits him in the head. He's not paying attention.
Did they have
later? He gets gassed and knocked out because he's just not paying attention.
Did they have that romance in the show or no?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember. But yeah, he was very. He wanted to get some fucking pussy for sure.
I mean, I wanted to get some Catwoman.
You talked about wanting to fuck her a lot. In this.
Yeah, I like how they drew her.
Yeah,
very seductive.
Okay. Now the thing is, like, every 3 minutes there's something where you're like, that doesn't make sense. But the problem is, like, you can't complain about most of it because
it's supposed to be like.
It's supposed to be a bunch of stuff where you're like, that's just silly, doesn't make sense. But then there's also stuff that's just plot holes that I guarantee you there's things they didn't do on purpose to not make sense. But you can't be like, oh, that doesn't make sense, it's a plot hole. Because you can't say for sure which is which.
I guess you can't say for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be like...
It's an easy write-off. It's like, oh yeah,
it really is. They have like kind of free range just to be like, that doesn't make sense, but oh well. None of it does, so I don't care.
Anything that didn't make sense to me, I instantly just assumed it was like just them like not caring and being silly and goofy.
Yeah, but I got pissed with the space thing. That made me mad. Like, because here's the thing. Like, all the things in the movie...
Explain the space thing. They don't know what the
I'm going to get to it in a second. All the things in the movie that don't make any sense, they are explained and they don't make sense, but it's exaggerated. Like, for example, whenever... They use the lemon
meringue or whatever.
Lemon meringue, there's citric acid, so the citric acid melts the fucking ropes. Okay, it doesn't make sense, but they're exaggerating the fact that the citric acid can do that.
He's like, oh, lemon is acidic. We can use the dessert to help melt the ropes.
Exactly. Whenever they get lowered into the radioactive shit, they survive it. But they survive it because they use anti-isotope spray. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but there's something that explains it that they exaggerate. Yeah. So later in the movie, they're in space, and they put Catwoman in an airlock, and Batman and Robin are out there in their spacesuits, mind you, because they need their spacesuits in space. They open the airlock, and she just goes out into space, and she's just hanging on. Batman chilling in space, and she's just fine, not affected in any way whatsoever. But I'm like, this, and it didn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know. I didn't really think she was like out in space. I thought she was like in the process of being sucked out the door, and they grabbed her real quick and brought her in and closed it.
She's being sucked out into space.
She's in this like...
She's in the airlock. The airlock empties out. So that moment the airlock's empty, she is in space. There's no ifs or buts. The moment the airlock depressurizes in 1 second, she is now in space. But then they pull her out of the airlock as they're mag-locked onto the side of the space station in space once again, and they eventually take her in.
Yeah, I didn't really put much thought into it, but I mean, I guess you're right, but at the same time, it just... With everything else goofy going on, I really didn't think twice about it.
Yeah, but like I said, like with the other goofy stuff, at least they made an effort to fucking try and explain it.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take away from me enjoying what was going on.
Yeah. It made me think of Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember when I remember when I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, and Chris Pratt goes out well, this is the thing, like, he goes out into space, and I'm like, why is he out in space right now? And granted, he started freezing and stuff, and shit got fucked up, and I'm like, still,
just like
he should be dead.
Explode.
But it kind of makes sense later, because they explain he's not a human because of his dad.
He's part not human.
Yeah, so they could write it off, be like, oh, well, the reason he didn't die there is because he's not completely human. And the reason she didn't die is because she's enhanced too. So it made sense that they didn't both out there. But one thing that I didn't really forgive was the fact that, like, he's out in space, his fucking blood vessels are breaking in his eyes, and he comes in the inside, and his eyes are just completely normal. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, they didn't really explain that he's a different species, so that's why he survived it.
Well, at the very end of it, they say that he's not human. They
say that, but do you, like, how many people are gonna be like, oh, that makes sense?
I mean,
that happened earlier in the movie.
I did.
They didn't explain that, though. They didn't
straight up say he survived because of this, but at the end of the movie, like, he's not completely human.
No, see, you've made the argument with things like before where, like, I'm like, oh, well, I just assumed it was this because of this, and you're like, they should have done a better job explaining it.
Yeah, but you're making an assumption.
And you're making an assumption.
It's not an assumption, it's a fact. They say that he's not human.
It's fact they say he's not human. It's not fact that he'd survive in the dead drift of space.
That's true.
I think that's an assumption.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
I am the champion.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Friend.
I wouldn't go that far.
I won one.
I wouldn't go that far. I think you're getting a little
so
out
your
of
love
control
of the movie, helped you, helped that what's the word? Redeem.
For Guardians?
Yeah.
It wasn't that. No, in my mind, I'm watching. I'm like, I don't understand this. And then at the end, they're like, he's not going to be human. I'm like, okay, he's not human. A human would die in space. If you're not human, you're not going to be affected the same way. So to me, it made sense.
All right. Our arguments have been made. Let's not retread over what was already been said.
So I won then, right?
No, we already decided that. Like I made a fair point.
Well, no, but I think we established that I won at the end.
We didn't, because I sang the song. Remember?
That doesn't mean anything.
I was singing the song. If you sing the song, that means you won.
No, you're taking my gimmick. You can't just take my gimmick. That's my gimmick. That's gimmick infringement.
It's gimmick sharing.
It's gimmick. You can't. It's not shared if you take it.
I could be using an iPhone. It doesn't mean I'm stealing the idea of an iPhone.
If I take your iPhone and just use it, we're not sharing it. I fucking stole it from you.
But it's my iPhone.
That doesn't make sense. But I want it more than you do. But I want it more than you do.
Alright, what else did we like? Dude, we went really off the topic of the movie we were talking about. Let's see. There's this fight scene where, with all those random villains, I really wish they would have used, like, actual Batman villains instead of just... I don't know, maybe they are actual Batman villains, but I couldn't fucking tell.
They just weren't where you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I wish it would have been a little more obvious then.
Yeah, I don't understand why...
The egg carton man, I'm not familiar with him.
What made no sense whatsoever is why Catwoman just stopped Batman instead of just joining him.
What about when Catwoman fought nothing?
That was dumb.
They're all fighting. There's this big fight sequence going on even later, and then Catwoman's just standing in the corner, just punching air, and we're not really sure why.
But why didn't she just?
That wasn't even explained.
No, it wasn't. But why didn't she just join Batman?
I don't know.
Why, like in the beginning of the movie, she's trying to get him to turn bad, and he turned bad, and then she's like, "Whoops," and stops him. Why didn't she just fucking join him?
I don't know.
It didn't make any sense.
I don't know, man.
That was probably a thing where they're like, "This movie doesn't make sense, so we don't care."
So we don't have to find
we don't have to
for it to make sense. But on that scene, in that scene where she's fighting herself, after all that, you find out what she's like secretly had her own motive where she's gonna steal other things, and Batman's like, "Oh no, be good," and she's like, "There's only one way I'm gonna be good, is if we run away together to Paris and we get coffee at some cafe in Paris."
Oh yeah, I forgot about
that. What did Robin say?
He said, "Wholly unsatisfying ending."
Wholly unsatisfying ending. Which obviously reference.
Why didn't you put that in your note that you said that? What if I didn't remember?
It's okay.
That was the best part of it was when he said that.
It's okay.
You fucking bastard.
Yeah, I thought it was real funny that they directly just referenced the Dark Knight.
Get that hair off your hand. It's really bothering me.
Get it. They had a lot of reference to other Batman culture, so I definitely enjoyed that. Like, when they're on the space station, Batman puts on some brass knuckles, and he's like, "This is the operating room, or the operating table, and I'm the surgeon." That's a reference to the Dark Knight Returns.
It's your opinion.
I guess you're right. Did you like this movie, Dave?
Yeah.
What do you give it?
I don't know. 4.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say about a 4 out of 10. I don't like using half, so I'm gonna say 4.
How can you give it a 4 when like you liked it?
I guess a 5.
Like a 5 means it's an alright movie, right?
I liked it, but I'm not gonna buy it. I'm probably not going to go out of my way to own it anytime soon.
So I would assume anything below a 5 is less than liking it, right?
I guess.
Because a 5 is like the median. The 5 is just like, it was alright. It was alright. It was good.
Yeah, okay, I'll do a 5 because I did enjoy it a little more than average. I laughed a lot. It's a comedy. There's not many comedies I'm gonna put real high up.
So you liked it a lot more than me, I think.
I liked it a whole half star more than you.
It's because you need to work on your rating system. I think that's the problem. I don't think you're.
I don't know.
Get your rating
I
here.
don't think about it.
You don't think about it?
I just get blindly say numbers.
That's good.
Girl on a Train was a 17.
So you're handling the Girl on the Train review, so this may be a train wreck of a review here.
This may be a Girl on a Train wreck.
Oh, boy.
All right. I have a synopsis.
Okay.
It's
a really long one, too, it looks like.
I don't normally have a synopsis. But
really long synopsis right there. Very long looking.
So,
really long.
The Girl on the Train is a story of Rachel Watson's life post-divorce. Every day, she takes the train into work in New York. And every day, I'm awful at reading, I'm sorry. And every day the train passes by her old house.
Her old house.
Her old house. And I fucking hate myself.
Oh boy.
Yeah, low self-esteem train, here we go. The house she lived in with her husband, who still lives there, with his new wife and child. That doesn't even make sense. You read this.
Alright. Let's move this mic next to you because you can't project.
I can't say anything.
Yeah, you're not good at that.
I can't read. I don't know how to read.
The Girl on the Train is a story. What you should have done was you should have purposely fucked it up. Like, just fucked up the words. I'm like, here, Dave, read this. And have me read it, but it's all fucked up like our Spider-Man Homecoming shit that made no sense.
That would have been really funny.
Yeah, you should have done that.
Missed opportunity.
It really is. The Girl on the Train is a story of Rachel Watson's life post-divorce. Every day she takes the train into work in New York, and every day the train passes by her old house. This is really vital synopsis stuff here. The house she lived in with her husband, who still lives there, with his new wife and child. As she attempts to not focus on her pain, she starts watching a couple who live a few houses down, Megan and Scott Hipwell. She creates a wonderful dream life for them in her head, about how they are a perfect family. And then one day, as the train passes, she sees something shocking, filling her with rage. The next day, she wakes up with a horrible hangover, various wounds and bruises, and no memory of the night before. Did they show what she saw, or is it just looking at her face, reacting to what she saw?
To what?
The thing that filled her with rage. She sees something shocking that fills her with rage. Do you see what's happening, or are you only seeing her face or something?
Whenever she says later on that she was filled with rage, it kind of looked like she was just surprised and confused.
Okay.
Rather than rage.
Okay.
And rage is a really strong word, wouldn't you say? Like, you're like really
yeah.
She just looked at it and she's like squinting her eyes, and I'm like, what's going on?
See, like, I'm filled with rage that you didn't answer my question at all.
What?
I asked if they showed what was happening, or if you only saw her reaction to what was happening.
Oh, they showed what was happening.
Okay. So this, like, shocking event that fills her with rage, you're, like, watching it happen. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you now. The girl she's made the fantasy life for with her
was murdered.
No, what she sees is
she gets raped.
She
gets beat.
She's cheating on her boyfriend.
Oh, who cares? People do that all the time.
Well, she was Rachel was cheated on. That's why she was filled with rage, because she kind of sympathized with the husband.
Wah.
Yeah.
She has only a feeling something bad happened. Then come the TV reports. Megan Hipwell is missing. Did you write a book or a synopsis here?
I didn't write this.
Did you get it off IMDb?
Yeah.
Really? They're normally not that long.
Well, the one I saw was like a sentence and a half, and I'm like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
So this is the second smallest one.
Yeah. Rachel becomes invested in the case and trying to find out what happened to Megan, where she is, and what exactly she herself was up to that same night Megan went missing.
Are you done?
So, does this note mean that Rachel is an actual form of alcohol? Is that what that means? Like, what drink is she? Is she a bourbon? Is she a whiskey? Like, what is she?
I hate you so much.
I'm just saying.
You know damn well what that meant. Oh boy! All right.
All right. Start with your notes.
So first of all, the entire first act of this movie is just it's getting you to feel bad for this woman who lost her job, sits on the train every day.
It's very rare that when we do the movie reviews, it's something that you've seen that I haven't.
I know.
Very, very
and
rare.
This was a really good movie.
So should I do the thing that you do when I do that, where you just like talk and interrupt me and talk about nothing?
That's fine.
Change it.
That's fine.
Okay.
As long as it leads to a good tangent. If you get me off to a good tangent and you can get me involved with it, that's fine.
Okay, like if I just make you mad and
Yeah, just start
frustrated,
talking about Power Rangers in the new trailer that came out today.
that wasn't that good. So go on.
Why would you say that right now?
It wasn't that good.
Why would you say that right
Let's
now?
go with the girl on the train.
Oh boy. Yeah, but the entire, like I said, I get it now. I get it.
What?
The entire first act was,
What do you get?
I get it. I get it, man.
We never told anyone about that, did we?
I don't
I
know.
don't think we actually told anyone.
Should we?
Yeah. All right, and here we are. I think my neighbors or something might be arguing, or maybe it's my gardeners. I don't know. I hear these. I could go for a taco,
Right.
but we need to continue this.
Yeah. So, Rachel, what did I leave off with?
Something about her being a bourbon.
Oh yes, she the entire first part of the movie they show like all her just why we should feel bad for her. She's divorced. She can't conceive a child. She's an alcoholic who sits on a train every day. Doesn't have a job.
But did they get to the point where you didn't feel bad for her though? You're just like quit wallowing in your own self pity.
It got to it actually got to the point where they tell you they're like, oh, she's the reason her husband lost her job because she got drunk at a work
Does she have
party
like a dildo on
and
her?
stuff. What?
Does she have like a dildo or anything in her purse, like something to take with her?
Yeah.
To use?
Yeah. I forgot what I was talking about.
Something about feeling bad for the dildo she had in her purse.
I don't know.
You felt bad for the vibrator?
I don't know.
Because wouldn't you feel bad if you take a vibrator out and there's only triple
No,
A's and
we
you
were
need
talking
double
about
A's?
that. We were talking about how we were talking.
Your fake laughter is hilarious.
I
Gable.
don't. Well, I'm real laughing now because I really don't remember what we were talking about.
We said that forewarn everyone. Gable's having his period tonight. He's in a mood.
I don't know.
He keeps talking about how he's tired of tacos. Everywhere he looks, there's tacos around, and they're just really loud because they make you fart. That's why they're loud.
Oh
They won't
boy.
stop talking. The tacos with his ass farts.
So you're supposed to feel bad for this
Butt
character.
play.
Yeah, butt play. Butt play. What? I have something to say about that. I'll say it off mic. It's funny. Yeah, but they keep making me feel bad, and then
Is she the girl from Prometheus?
I don't remember.
I don't think she is. I just saw Prometheus in my house, and I wanted to say it. Go
Okay.
on. We're seeing Dragon Ball GT, maybe? Well, I don't
No.
even have that. I don't even like Dragon Ball.
No.
No.
I think Dave's purposely trying to see what he can get out of me right now. Dave didn't review a movie, so he's seeing what he can get out of me.
Yeah, I'm playing the role of Gable when David reviews movies. Gable hasn't seen it.
I just try to contribute.
And he stares into my eyes to try to make me feel uncomfortable. He doesn't realize it's making me hard.
Butt play. Yeah, but they also kind of make you not feel bad for her. Like, she kind of did it to herself with her drinking problem.
Wait, she made her husband leave her because of her drinking?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know whether it's like a socially awkward situation, and I don't like watching people in socially awkward situations because it makes me feel uncomfortable. And yeah, I don't know. The first portion of this movie, I could not, like, I don't know. I was waiting for the movie to be over. I was like, I need to do this for Dave because Dave's not watching a movie because he's a bitch.
I was just really depressed, but thanks.
It's okay. That's why we're here.
What?
That's why we're here doing this podcast because it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
It makes you feel better. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, but then I was thinking more about like what's going on, and
Like in your life or in the
no,
movie?
in the movie.
Oh.
And I'm like, the whole like story about why everything exists is based off such a niche thing that she happens to have a made up life for this girl who she happens to pass on the train that she goes by.
Everything you just said made no sense to me.
Like, okay.
The whole reason why everything exists?
The entire like movie, the whole reason why anything like it comes to happen in this movie is because she happens to every day look at this one girl, and then for some reason one day something happened to that girl.
Lesbian.
And she felt like she had to get involved with this girl's life, and she puts herself in an even worse situation. I mean, I guess it's good because she ends up finding out later that I just feel like this is going to be the worst review ever, just because I cannot keep a straight thought
Makes
right
you
now.
feel better. You're on the track for it to be the worst review ever.
Really?
No,
that's exciting.
I'm kidding.
Well,
you're doing fine, Gable.
You find out later on that are you okay?
I tried to.
You tried to pour it into the microphone.
Yeah, I almost pooped though, so that was a thing.
There were
I don't know why you're getting distracted.
There were some scenes in this movie that I was glad I was alone in the theater.
That's a weird thing to say.
I needed to take a few minutes as I watched the lead male characters flex abs and sweaty physique.
Do you realize how blatant it is that you're reading off of this paper right now?
Just take me away.
Give me this back. I want to hear what you say.
What happens is I was typing.
There were some scenes in this movie that I was glad I was alone in the theater. I needed to take a few minutes as I watched the lead male characters flexing abs and sweaty physique. Just takes me away. Were you jerking off?
What happened here?
Did you bring lotion?
What happened here was one of my I was doing a no-no and finishing my notes at work. And one of my
you were doing a no-no? Were you?
And I just explained what the no was.
I
just explained what the no-no was. I was doing my notes at work, and one of my coworkers must have noticed this and edited my notes. It would be Jay. Jay edited my notes.
What did he change? But you didn't actually put that in there?
No.
Oh. Why'd you say that? Now everyone thought you were really funny, and now we know you weren't funny, and someone else did.
Somebody else was funny.
Why'd you let him take credit for that?
It would be wrong for me to give someone else credit for a joke that I didn't, or
Don't
give me.
fucking stooge yourself off. Take credit. That was hilarious.
I'm morally just.
That was really funny.
I do like how Rachel's anger whenever she sees Scott, or not Scott, sees Megan. Megan having the affair in her backyard for some reason. She's making out on her back porch. I don't know. Whatever. If you're having an affair, why are you being so indiscreet about it?
It's discreet.
Whatever. But whenever she sees this happening, I like how she has kind of like sympathy for Scott and can relate it to something that happened in her own life, because the reason she is divorced is because her husband was having an affair with a character in this movie who's now his wife, Anna.
Carry the 246. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of confusing when I say it out loud, but
you should, the people that make Girl on the Train should pay you. Because every single person who hears this review is going to be like, I don't know what the fuck the movie's about. I don't know if it's fucking good or not, so I have to go see it now. Because this review just confused the fuck out of me.
Dude, everybody who listens, Brooks is going to have to go see the movie now.
All one of them.
If Brooks still listens. Brooks.
Wish I had a tumbleweed we could, make good. No. Ooh, I can whistle. I'm so cool.
Can you whistle? You can't whistle, Dave?
Fuck you.
Yeah, jeez.
I can't swim either.
What?
I can't swim or whistle.
Like in a pool?
I mean, you can swim in non-pool water, but yeah.
I guess. But I didn't get interested in this movie at all until...
Indians didn't have pools. They just went in the river.
The turning... Why couldn't they just pee where they were standing?
So they didn't have pools. They went into the river. That's anything about peeing.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh boy.
Do you think, is that real, or you ever hear about, I think it's in the Amazon, where you piss in the water and that parasite will swim up your fucking urine stream and go up into your dick? Have you ever heard about that?
I'm not laughing at what you said. I'm laughing that...
I like how you have to be like, just so you know you weren't funny, Dave.
you were, but
in case you were curious,
you were.
I wasn't laughing at you.
You were. It's more of like a meta reason why you were funny.
Don't say meta. That's what people that try to sound smart say.
Anyway, the reason I thought it was funny was because this review, like 5% of it's been actually about the movie. 5% of it has been about the movie so far.
Continue. Have you even got to the part where she's a bourbon or a whiskey? You got to that yet?
No, she's just an alcoholic. The turning point for me for this movie...
Where it got good?
...is they find Megan's body in the woods.
That was in the trailer.
And it's revealed that she was pregnant.
Yeah, you saw the dead fetus in the trailer too. So
did you?
Yeah.
You see a dead fetus?
Yeah, it like kind of crawled out of her and was like,
dude,
died.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it was like,
there's a really uncomfortable flashback where you don't see it like the baby, but you from how it's angled, you can see her Megan sitting in the tub, and she had a baby before any of this. This is like a flashback to like when she was younger. I think she said she was 17. She was sitting in the tub with the baby, and she fell asleep. And it shows her waking up in the tub and realizing that she dropped the baby in the water.
That's a bummer.
It was really disturbing to watch. You don't see the baby or anything, but it's really like the thought's really fucked up.
Why wouldn't you just not take a bath with your baby and fall asleep?
I don't know why you would take a bath with your baby.
Another thing I don't understand that blows my mind that people do it is like parents that will sleep with their baby in their bed with them. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What if you roll over and crush it?
Yeah, that's scary.
Because that happens. I would never sleep in a bed with my baby, ever.
It's scary.
Unless I was trying to get some sort of baby insurance or something.
I don't want baby life insurance.
Collect on the baby life insurance.
Oh, boy.
That sounds like a great scam. Just keep having babies and just keep, quote-unquote, dropping them.
You look into that. We'll work something out between us.
All right. In prison, perhaps.
What are we doing here?
We're talking about baby life insurance and how cheap it is.
Oh. So you find out that Megan was pregnant, and later on in the movie, you find out that the two main guys who are suspected of being the father, she was having the affair with her therapist, and then there's obviously her husband. You find out the baby doesn't belong to either of those, so you're like, what the fuck's going on? Then,
let me guess, it belonged to Rachel's ex.
Dude, that's what I... Dude,
Shocker.
As soon as I found out that there was the baby, or that she was pregnant, I was like, I guarantee you neither one of them are the father. And I guarantee you it's her ex. So it was kind of predictable, the ending at a certain point. Like, I was like, done.
Yeah. Game
over. So at that point, it was kind of like a race to see like what happens, like who figures out first and how everything goes down. Rachel is on the train that she normally goes on, and she sees Tom's old boss, the one from the job she got him fired from, supposedly. And she goes up to her and she apologizes for her behavior at the work party. And
what behavior at a work party?
Her behavior to get Tom fired at the work party that I mentioned earlier.
You didn't say anything about that.
I did, but you interrupted me.
You didn't say anything about that.
I guarantee you I did.
That doesn't sound
anyway, well, she supposedly... He was...
Oh, sir, you just said he and she 6 times.
She supposedly got him fired for misbehaving at the work party. Does that explain now?
She got who fired? Her ex?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you caught up, or did you not take the context clues from what I said in that sentence, or are we good?
You didn't say anything about an ex.
Alright. Yeah, so she apologizes to her, and this is, keep in mind, like, years after the incident, and she's like, honey, you never misbehaved or anything. You got tired and asked to go sleep in the other bedroom. Your husband got fired because he couldn't keep his dick in his pants at work. So he was having affairs. So she realized that she never had an alcohol problem at all. They make it seem like she has, like, throughout the movie they make it seem like she has these blackouts where she does really fucked up stuff. and he even told her that that's why he left her. And it turns out she didn't have these like fucking spells. It was him doing all the bad shit the whole time, and he would blame it on her. He would hit her and shit.
Why was she having blackouts?
I guess from drinking.
But I thought you said it wasn't from the
But
alcohol.
she wouldn't misbehave. Like he told her that she smashed this mirror in, and like that's why she was all cut up one day or something. It was him smashing the mirror in with her around.
So she wasn't an alcoholic?
I guess she still was an alcoholic. I'm pretty sure that's what the blackouts were. They didn't really go into depth about that. They just kind of explained that.
I was thinking confused. You're saying that the person at work was like, she realized she wasn't an alcoholic or something.
Her boss, or his old boss, said that they they said they all felt bad for her because of what a dick he was.
Yeah, because he was cheating and all that.
Yeah, and that like they show like an argument they have whenever they were both drunk, and like he was like being a real fucking asshole to her. Yeah. So it was him.
He killed her?
Later on, she goes to warn Anna about it, and Anna is Anna's kind of like not believing. She's like, oh, there's a reasonable explanation,
Anna,
like you would expect.
I
mentioned that earlier. I did mention that earlier. I know I mentioned it earlier.
You mentioned Anna.
I guarantee you I did. I guarantee it.
I don't believe you.
Yeah,
I think
that's
you're making
fine.
this up.
That's fine.
Is Anna the ex's new woman?
Yes. Like I explained earlier.
I used your clues that you gave me and your deductive skills.
Yeah, you're a regular old Batman Detective Comics Dave over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that made me feel bad about myself.
Yeah, you should. Wait, I didn't mean that, Dave. Now I feel bad.
You're an ass.
I didn't mean this. I didn't mean that.
You better apologize for me constantly
This is the worst review ever.
It's not that bad. You covered everything.
I didn't.
I understand the movie. I understand what happened. I understand it was predictable. I understand that it turned out to be the husband.
It was.
Wait, so did he kill her?
It was predictable, but I felt good about
You never
myself.
said
I
he
guess
killed
I
her.
did. It was the husband. The husband killed her because she wouldn't get an abortion.
Okay, that's really original thinking right there.
Yeah, it's pretty
never
crazy.
Been done before.
It's pretty crazy. It's weird. They have such a complex like idea for the movie that it's like, oh, based off like she gets on this train every day, and the husband lied about all these things, and his whole reason for killing her was
Now, what if
she didn't get an abortion?
What if the end of the movie he's all like, "I killed her because she wouldn't get an abortion"? Then he goes into his garage and gets in a spaceship and like flies away.
Well,
wouldn't that be sweet?
We're not gonna find out because Rachel took a spoiler alert.
And killed herself.
No, Rachel took a wine opener or the corkscrew, just stabbed it right in his neck, and that was
She's not allowed to do that.
Yeah, she just did it.
You're not allowed to do that.
It was weird because while this whole like final confrontation's going down, Anna's just standing there like she's like going along with Tom on Tom's side. Like she's just standing there like she's like, oh, we're just gonna cover this up and blame it on Anna. Tom's like forcing her to fucking drink so that he can blame
Cover
the
up and
whole
blame it
thing.
on Anna?
Yeah, no, blame it on Rachel.
You just said Anna.
No, Anna was standing there the whole time.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand when you said cover up and blame it on Anna. I got confused.
Okay. Well, they were trying to blame it on Rachel
That makes more
and
sense.
force her to drink alcohol, and she's just sitting there. She's like, no, and he like beats her with a fucking.
This writing sounds dumb in this.
It was probably better than I'm explaining it.
Maybe. I think you're doing a pretty good job. It just sounds
I
like
don't know.
it wasn't very well
I
written.
like by the end of the movie, I liked it because I was like, oh, I'm smart. I guessed who the guy was.
Oh, you're happy that you figured it
I'm
out.
happy I figured it out.
Did you figure out that he murdered her, or just that he was the papa?
I figured out that he murdered her. Well, I based that. I figured out he was the papa, and I made that conclusion.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Papa?
You just said that.
I know.
All right.
You just said that.
But anyway, after all this, whenever like Anna and him were like, well, I guess Anna wasn't really trying. Anna was just kind of standing there, like just letting everything happen.
Very submissive, going along with whatever he wanted.
Yeah. But after Rachel stabs him in the neck, Anna just walks up to his body and takes the corkscrew and keeps doing it. I'm like, you were just on his side a second ago. Why are you?
So I told you this sounds like it's bad writing.
It's weird. Yeah, I guess.
It doesn't sound like it's very well written.
I guess. Yeah.
Like, eh.
This was the best movie to come out this week. What's that compared to?
You should have screened Middle School, the worst years of my life.
I would rather kill myself.
Because you'd have been like, this is what it was like for me too. Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Because didn't you hate Middle School?
Yeah. Let's do Transformers. This movie gets like a 5.
Gets like a 5. So you enjoyed this exact same amount as you enjoyed Batman.
Yeah, it was something.
What does that mean?
It was something to watch this week.
But I feel like you liked Batman more than that, though.
No, probably just the same.
Huh.
The only reason it sounds less is because I felt like I gave a really bad review this whole time and kept getting distracted and just gave up on my self-esteem throughout this.
I mean, you got distracted, but you didn't give a bad review. I don't think it was, in my opinion, I don't think it was a bad review.
Yeah, I'm just tired and irritable.
Yeah, you're being a bitch tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You're allowed to be a bitch.
Keep going. Got my Transformers notes.
Robots in disguise.
Robots in disguise.
An ancient struggle between two
that's not a
cyber
Transformer.
No, that's the problem.
That's not a Transformer.
No, I'm not looking because you're not going to let me read it because you're going to be a dick again. You're going to fucking take it away and not let me read it, you asshole.
Alright, let's go.
I'm really mad at Gable because he was showing me some sort of like porn with Harley Quinn and Alfred was like fucking her. No, Alfred was fucking someone.
His Batgirl.
Yeah, and I wanted to read it and he just kept taking his phone away because I was using his data. He wouldn't let me read it.
It's because you kept reloading it like 20 times in a row.
It's because you kept backing out of it.
It's because we were done. We were moving on.
If you would have kept backing out of it, I wouldn't have kept using your data.
Alright, Girl on the Train. Let's do this.
Okay, Girl on the Train is about this girl who... She gets on a train and then she's like she doesn't like her life because she got a divorce.
Alcoholic.
Yeah, she was a whiskey, and
then Michael Bay made all these explosions happen.
Oh, okay. An ancient struggle between two Cybertronian races, the heroic Autobots and the evil Decepticons, comes to Earth with a clue to the ultimate power held by a teenager.
Dude, this is this right? Are we at an hour and 20 minutes?
No.
Oh. I was going to say, that's a long... What are we at, do you know?
I don't know. It's all fucking weird. I can't tell.
Okay.
So, alright, talk.
Hold on, I have to find my notes because I lost my paper.
You're doing great.
I'm doing really good.
You're doing very well.
I don't see my notes in here.
This is really upsetting. Yep.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Alright, so you don't have any notes at all for this?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's good. Go ahead and take the mic away from you since you won't be needing to be doing any talking.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Alright, so we'll just play off my notes. Just play off my notes.
I watched the movie still.
Whatever you think of, you can react to what I say and you can think of your own things as we're going. Maybe remember some of your notes.
Well, I definitely remember the main thing that I thought of that's at the end of the movie.
Alright, we'll wait till the end of the movie to do that.
Alright.
Now, the scene with the first Decepticon I thought was awesome. Like the fucking helicopter, and it's flying, and it lands, and they're building, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then I thought the transformation was awesome, too.
Yeah, it was a good start.
Yeah, I thought it had a really cool
start.
That was a really cool start. I like that a lot. I like Shia LaBeouf's character a lot, too.
Yeah, dude. Him and his dad were really funny.
Yeah, the scene, when you first meet him and his dad, I thought his dad was funny, but this is in my next note here.
Dude, the dad. Last week we did Small Soldiers, same dad.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it was.
It was. I was like, where the fuck did I just see this guy?
I thought the parents got annoying though. I didn't think they were funny.
You think so, dude? Whenever the mom gives the sex talk. Oh my god, that sex talk thing was really funny.
I guess. I thought the characters were all really well written for the most part.
Yeah,
the characters were. Like I said, except I thought the parents were annoying and the military guys were a bit cliche. Well, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay, wait. The characters. We're talking about the humans.
Yes.
It's called Transformers.
Yes.
We didn't really learn much about the Transformers other than the fact that they're in a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much about any of the characters. Like, I couldn't tell you a thing about, like, Bumblebee's personality after this. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. Well,
the movie didn't really focus on the Transformers at all. And I know why. Do you want to know why?
Tell me why.
Because, okay, so, budget reasons. It would have to focus entirely around Transformers talking all the time. And the budget for the entire movie to just be Transformers on the screen constantly would be incredible.
You're right.
It'd be really hard for them to do.
You're right.
So they had to make it about the humans.
You're right.
And that's also why I didn't enjoy the movie, is because it was more about the humans than the robots.
Well, maybe they wanted to make it about the humans.
Well, we're not watching a Spider-Man movie about the citizens, we're watching a Spider-Man movie about Spider-Man. So I want a Transformers movie about the Transformers.
You just want to watch the Transformers.
Not the humans defending Earth from the Transformers.
You just want to watch the Transformers like fighting each other on
Cybertron
or whatever.
And then maybe like a heartfelt like argument or discussion. Argument between Megatron and Optimus Prime, since they used to be like, what would you call it? What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you to finish your thought.
Since they used to be
brothers.
Brothers.
Yeah, they weren't real brothers, right?
Not literal brothers. Just
They were like black people brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't have your notes, and I've dropped mine, and I can't pick them up. We have a problem here.
Yeah, boy.
I'm almost there. I thought the dialogue was really well written, though, which is very odd for a Michael Bay movie.
Dude, like, it was funny for the first half of the movie, but then there were points later on where I was just like, I really just want to see the action sequence. Like, one of the action sequences I can think of specifically were when they're in the desert and they're in that town looking for the cell phone, and he gets on the phone and he gives the call to government, and the entire scene just stops. Like, the mood stops for the entire scene because some Indian guy's like...
That was one of the parts where I was like, this is not funny and they shouldn't be doing it. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, there were certainly some points where I was like, I don't think they should be making jokes right now. Because
I was right
with the action.
When I was writing my notes, I was writing how like, that movie was really funny and I thought it was well written, but I was also at points where I'm like, see, this is a situation where it's not though. That's why I would put like for the most part, because there's definitely parts
where the jokes are really funny and they're really on beat.
Yeah, like parts like I thought the car dealership scene was fucking hilarious.
Dude, whenever he first pulls up in the Porsche, he's like, "Oh, you're getting me a Porsche?" Yeah, he's like, "Ha, no."
Yeah, that was really funny. Whenever what's the black dude's name? Who's that guy?
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. When he's like,
Bernie Mac's funny.
He goes, "I'll hit you in the head with a rock, bitch!" Like I fucking died. That was so funny.
Bernie Mac's funny. He's dead now.
Yeah, he's not alive. I actually put a couple parts where the humor sucked. I even had that in there.
Nice.
There were definitely parts where the humor sucked. I completely agree with that.
Nice.
That's the one part that stuck out to me with the phone thing. I'm like, this is fucking annoying.
Nice.
Yeah, that part annoyed me. Dude, the scene where Sam is driving Michaela home, and she's like, I can't believe I'm here, and he's like, you can duck down if you want, it won't hurt my feelings. That was really fucking funny.
Yeah, the stuff where he's talking to her.
Yeah.
Or like, she's talking about how like, oh, I only get with, first, I always fall for the big buff guys. He's like,
dude, look. And he starts flexing. Hilarious.
Dude,
I was laughing so hard when he was flexing. It was real funny.
Yeah.
Even like the bully was kind of funny, where he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be there anyway," or something like that. I thought there was a lot of funny stuff, but there were definitely parts where it wasn't. I thought the little boombox transformer was fucking stupid. I hated him so much.
Yeah, and the cell phone one, is that the same one?
Yeah. But dude, like the part where he just cracks his transformer knuckles before he starts hacking, like that's dumb.
Dude,
why was he fucking the computer and coming as he's downloading data? Did you see that? He's like, oh!
Yeah, all that
I'm like, what?
What is that about?
I was like, what the fuck's going on? It was very inappropriate.
But I was like, why is he hacking all this information? Why does this information only exist on this airplane right now? Why did he have to get on the Air Force One with the president to get this information? You know what I mean? If they're so good at hacking, why are they? You know what I mean? Like
Did they show how he got there? Or was he just already on Air Force One? I can't remember.
Okay, the opening scene is that helicopter breaking onto the base to steal information.
Yeah.
So they're not afraid to use violent force. Why are they going all special ops all of a sudden and not trying to reveal themselves anymore? You know what I mean? Like I'm like, why doesn't this guy just bust in and just take the information and leave?
But I mean, I'm trying to remember. How was the boombox?
The boombox
transformer in it before that part on Air Force One.
He was upstairs and he snuck onto the elevator all sneakily, and then went downstairs and whatever is the computer.
But I'm saying, like, that was when he was on Air Force One.
Yeah.
Was he in the movie before that or no? Was that the first time you saw him? Was when he was a boombox and he turned into a Transformer?
I think that's the first time we saw him.
Yeah, like, because you can argue, like, why didn't the Transformer just go to the Pentagon, blow it up, and get all their information?
Right. It seemed, I don't know. It seemed like one moment they're being all hostile about it, and the next moment they have to be like all sneaky spy about it.
Yeah.
Just break in and take it like you did in the beginning.
Did you notice in the car chase scene where the cop Transformer is chasing Bumblebee, it goes from light to night in about 8 seconds? Did you notice that?
I didn't.
I'm watching it, it's daytime, and then the next shot I'm like, why is it now like 10 o'clock at night? What just happened? I thought that was stupid. It's a little thing. This is a little dumb thing. I thought all the transforming effects were really cool, though. Like, when they transformed, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the design of the characters, too. They all look really good. I was kind of, whenever they first, okay, this is an issue I have later on, but it's brought up here. When they first arrive on Earth, they scan something to take the form of that, right?
Yeah.
Why is Megatron this turn into this super advanced jet plane? What did he scan whenever he initially came to Earth?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Did he scan something after he woke up?
Not that I saw.
Yeah,
not that they made clear.
Yeah. But, well, I actually have a kind of a similar note to that, which is, why did all the Autobots just transform into cars and vehicles? Like, why didn't they have enough common sense to transform into something they can fly, so it doesn't take them a year to catch up to the fucking Decepticons?
Yeah.
Or why didn't they transfer into something that has weapons? Like, why, they all just chose fucking cars and trucks. The weapons thing I could kind of get.
The guy who was a tank, it made sense.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
Dude. The one was a tank. I mean, like, I could kind of get why they're not going to transform into stuff with weapons because they're supposed to be good guys. Maybe that's more of a bad guy thing.
The one tank was named Devastator, right?
I don't remember their names.
I'm pretty sure the one character was... I could be wrong, but if I'm right, it doesn't make sense because Devastator is... I'm pretty sure the name of the... Remember in the later ones, that big robot that a bunch of them combine and he starts like sucking things in?
The movie?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
It was like the third one or something.
I only saw the first two.
Maybe it was the second one. It was the second one,
I don't remember that at all from the second one.
Because it may have been the third one because I can't remember if Megan Fox was in it still or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. But he's supposed to be Devastator. I'm like, why is this singular tank being called Devastator right now when Devastator is supposed to be other robots combining into one?
Yeah.
That's just a little character issue I kind of have.
Yeah, let's see that.
I could be wrong about it though.
One thing I thought was dumb was why didn't they just let the parents see the Transformers in the whole giant sequence where they're trying to find the glasses?
Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid. Like, who cares if they see them?
What are they gonna do?
Yeah. This would be a lot easier if you just let them see them.
I really didn't like who they had playing the lead of the Section 7. Was that it?
Yeah, John Turturro, I think his name is.
I think he's funny. He's more of a comedian. I wish they would have picked someone like serious or something. Like someone who's better at being a dick rather than like this funny guy.
Yeah, he was goofy. I did enjoy the fact that they got they got instant comeuppance like 5 minutes later after they arrest him and trash him. Whenever Optimus like rips the car open and they take his clothes off and leave him, I was like, nice. I
but then he gets back again.
I know.
So that's a shame.
Yeah, but at least they got some comeuppance early on.
Yeah, your ups and your downs.
Yeah. Now this guy. Oh, Megan Fox is hot. Let's just go ahead and. I thought she was really hot in the movie.
She's attractive.
Yeah, but this is...
At the end of the movie, whenever they're laying on top of Bumblebee making out, I'm like, that's weird. That's not just your car. That's an actual sentient being that you're laying on top of making out.
Maybe if they started fucking, it'd be really cool.
Yeah, maybe. And all the other Autobots are just parked there watching it.
Yeah, like watching.
It is weird.
They're voyeurs. Now, why did Sam even get remotely pissed when he found out she had a record? Like whenever in the car and she has a record, he gets mad. Like, first of all, who cares?
She's Megan
First
Fox.
of all,
what's your issue?
Yeah. Second of all, she's fucking hot as fuck. So who cares even more?
I said that, Megan Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you interrupted what I was saying.
I know.
So because you're a dick. It's like, but it was dumb. Like, dude, why do you care? Who cares? Who cares if a hot chick has a record?
I agree.
Unless she has a record for cutting guys' dicks off that are dorks or something, then I'd be concerned.
I mean, I couldn't think of any possible issue. Did they explain what her record's for or something, right?
It was for stealing cars.
And something about like covering up for her dad.
Yeah, I was like, who gives a fuck? Like, that's fucking dumb. And this made me really mad. Why did at no point whatsoever Sam explain to any of the government people that the Autobots were trying to protect Earth? He didn't say it once to them.
Shit, dude.
Why did he just say that and tell them that so they would free Bumblebee? But he didn't. He just kept wanting, let him go!
Dude, when Bumblebee was getting captured, it was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that really annoyed me. He didn't explain it to anyone. It was dumb. I thought the action scenes got a little fugazi at times. Like, there was a couple times where, I'm watching, Starscream or Megatron fight, and I'm like, I don't remember which one's which now because they're cutting so fast between them. And, I just see a bunch of robot, bodies, rubbing against each other and falling, and I'm like, I'm not really sure what
Dude, I wish,
happening.
I don't know, some of the fight scenes were more like a war zone in the sense that, I don't know, I know in the cartoon they use guns a lot. So, why aren't they using, guns more? I mean, they are using guns, but not, do you remember any laser guns?
No.
I thought laser guns would be cool.
I guess.
It's a very small critique, but...
The Power Rangers movie looks terrible. So I gave Transformers...
Oh, wait, I have a huge blow apart the movie issue here. Okay,
Did you think of this yourself, or did you just read it somewhere?
No, I'm going to credit Kevin, because Kevin came up with it. But as soon as he said it, I'm like, wow, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the final fight scene between Megatron and Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime instructs Sam that if he fails in a fight against Megatron, he should take the cube and shove it into Optimus Prime's chest, so it gets destroyed, and so Megatron can't use it anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Right? You're following?
Yeah.
You remember all this?
Yes.
Sam then later in the fight walks up to Megatron because it's believable that the human could just walk up and shove a block in a Transformer's chest. But he walks up to Megatron and shoves the cube in Megatron's chest. Why was it not Optimus Prime's plan the whole time just to shove the cube directly in the Megatron's chest?
Well, that's why does every Transformer have that ability that you can do that?
What? Shove it in their chest?
Yeah, is that going to stop it with every... I thought when Optimus Prime first said...
so.
See, I didn't. When Optimus Prime first said that something happened to my chest, I thought that, there was something about him.
Yeah, I thought there was something about him. So why...
Well, maybe he didn't know that Megatron had that... That was the thing with Megatron. Maybe he thought the same thing.
That's not explained very well, but it doesn't make any sense, though.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I didn't think of it just because maybe that's what it was. As it was happening, I was like, "This is weird," but I couldn't put my finger on it. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, there was something I don't know. It just didn't seem right.
Because Optimus Prime looked like he had a hole in his chest to put the cube. I thought there was a part where he's put it in my chest. It's you can put it in there. There was a square space to put it or something. Whenever he said that.
Why would Optimus Prime have one and not anyone else?
I don't know. But
I would make the assumption that they all have the same anatomy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know why Optimus Prime is being outwitted by a human.
Yeah. Witwicky's smart.
That's his name.
Sam Witwicky is his name. He's smart.
Yeah.
What'd you give this movie?
4.
So I gave it a 7. I enjoyed it. I've told people a lot, I hate Michael Bay after the first Transformers.
Tyrese was in it.
Yeah, that was too bad.
Barely in it. He supposedly was in talks to be the Black Green Lantern.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting news.
Jon Stewart.
That's great interesting news. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I definitely liked it. The first Transformer, I saw the second one and I fucking despised it so fucking much. I hated it. I fucking hated that fucking movie. Hated it. But Power Rangers looks dumb, right?
Power Rangers looks awesome.
You sure?
Yeah, the trailer didn't. The teaser did not reveal like anything big. They didn't even show it them in the suits.
You remember when teasers didn't even really show footage?
Yeah.
And they were 30 seconds long, and it was Jurassic World, and it just says Jurassic World. And now the teaser is just the trailer.
Yeah, I was reading what some of the people what was generally being commented on the video, a lot of people have issues with the fact that it shows that they have powers outside of their suit, which I don't have an issue with. Do you see any issue with that?
It depends on how much it's
Apparently, the suits are supposed to be sentient, though. So there's still a separate reason for them to have the suits. It sounds like, because they said what's the reason of them even having the suits if they have the powers outside the suits anyway?
Now I agree even more with
but
them.
If the suits are sentient, then there might be a reason for all
that. Yeah, but
that.
it takes away from the importance of the suit. I'm not saying it's not still important. I agree with that, but
it might not even be
the
powers. It might just be the power coin.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't really know anything about it, and it really doesn't bother me because they're fucking superheroes. So why does it make a difference anyway? It looks like a really fresh take on the Power Rangers. It looks like a really fresh, interesting take on the Power Rangers.
But isn't Power Rangers supposed to be they're just a bunch of Iron Mans? They're just people and they have suits and then they're powerful, right? Now they're no longer Iron Mans, now they're just Spidermans. Because they have powers and they put on a suit.
And dude, I have no issue with this at all, and I am...
Yeah, but I don't think you could have any issue no matter what they do because you love Power Rangers so much. You're just gonna...
I had a lot of issues when I first saw the suits. I didn't like the suits at all when I first saw them.
You still don't like them?
They've grown on me. Whenever I saw the trailer, whenever it starts to form on him at the very end, I'm like, that looks really cool, because you never get to see the suits. You never get to see them get into
when they just cut away and then they cut back and they're on.
They would cut away and cut back and they're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is definitely a really cool way for the suits to form onto them.
I'm gonna try to see what I can do to see if we can get the theaters in the area to not show the movie. I'm gonna kind of protest against it, you know.
I'm going to kill you.
I understand your problem is. You're being confrontational right now for no good reason. That's our movie reviews. Let's get let's fucking finish this up and get to our next segment, which we can do our top 5.
We'll be right back.
And bye. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
Oh, hey, we're back again.
Those movies were good.
Gable's back. Yeah, those are some great movie reviews that we're doing later. That we've already done, that we recorded in order. I don't know what I'm looking for.
What are we on?
Now. Oh, dude! It's time for our top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have music for the top 5.
Yeah, I don't...
Let's pretend we have music for the top 5. And music. Yeah, some cool music for the top 5. I don't think we had any.
Yeah.
You never know. Alright, so this top 5 this week is going to be top 5 comic book movies.
I need to make a quick addition real quick.
This is going to be a pretty big deal here that we're doing here. I mean, this is a big deal. This is a thing.
I didn't put much thought into my honorable mentions. I put a lot of work into the actual top 5 though.
You're an asshole. I mean, that's not bad then, I guess. As long as you put a lot of work into something around here, I'll tell you.
I don't work. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. Alright, do you have your top... Are you editing it, or are you ready for it?
Making one addition.
Oh. I see. Alright, we'll just sit here and wait for you to make that addition is what we're going to do.
Done.
Okay, so it's time for the top 5 comic book movies. The music was already played, if there was any. And here we go. My number 5 is Captain America, the First Avenger.
Good movie.
When I first saw that movie in the theater, it was my favorite Marvel movie at the time. Granted, there was only 5 of them, or 4 of them.
The movie's been horrific.
It is, but I fucking love that movie. And I've watched it several times, and every time at the end, whenever he's in the plane and it's going down and he's talking to her, I'm like, this is fucking Oh man, this is sad.
That one really gets. That part really gets to you. I don't know.
It does.
For me, for some reason, it does not get to me as
Really?
much. I can appreciate the emotion that's happening, but I don't get like. It's not like the end of Toy Story 3 where I can't keep myself from crying.
We can identify with that. You jerk off with toys all the time. You're not a superhuman.
Yeah, I cry.
You cry when you jerk off?
Dude, I almost cried today. I watched the season 8 finale of Big Bang Theory. My girlfriend was in the room, so I had to stay strong. I couldn't be a bitch in front of her.
Yeah, not again. She already has so many reasons to dump you.
Yeah.
I'm referring to the other times in bed. So my number 5 is Captain America.
Quite disappointing.
What's your number 5?
The Winter Soldier.
Really?
Yep.
What? It's just called The Winter Soldier?
Captain America. The Winter
Oh, that
Soldier.
one.
Oh yeah, you didn't know what that was because I didn't
know.
fully
I
explain.
had no idea. I never heard of a Winter Soldier.
Dude, I really one of my favorite things about the Captain America movies are the whole relationship with Bucky and Steve.
Yeah.
Like it's just really intriguing to me, and to me, Bucky. It seems that Bucky is a huge part of the Marvel movies in general. He seems to be like a key element to a lot of the stuff that's going on now.
I gotta tell you, that one is probably on the lower tier for my
Really?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I liked it. I don't know. Number 4.
I get goosebumps when Falcon comes out with his things for the
I'm
first time.
not a big fan of Falcon.
And I hate you.
I'm just being honest. I'm not a big fan of him.
Oh.
He annoys me in the
I'm sorry,
movies,
though.
kind of.
Number 4, go.
Number 4, Spider-Man 2. The first Spider-Man 2. With Doc Ock. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Dude,
good.
I saw it in the theater. The ending of that movie made me fucking every day be like, I want to see Spider-Man 3. I want to see Spider-Man 3. I want to fucking see Spider-Man 3.
And refresh me. How
They get married at the end of it, and it just shows him like in the apartment. It like kind of pans out. Like you see that he's Spider-Man, and like they get married, and
I'd like to go back and rewatch these, but I don't have access to them.
dude, I love.
They should throw those up on Netflix.
That movie's so fucking good. I love it. And your number 4.
Dark Knight Returns, the animated one.
Oh, Dark Knight Returns. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a really good. The reason that I picked this and not any other of those animated movies is because it's 2 parts, so that kind of makes it a full-length movie.
True.
And it is way better in my opinion, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree because it's like, oh, Frank Miller did it, it's a classic. I hate the comic book. The art is really shitty and pisses me off the entire time reading it, and it just totally takes me out.
I wouldn't even want to read it because it looks so fucking dumb.
You bought it. You bought it because it was part of a DVD combo,
But dude, I think The Dark Knight Returns is the best animated DC movie.
Oh,
it's the best animated superhero movie.
For sure. I recommend
really
if you're not familiar with The Dark Knight Returns at all, don't even bother with the comic. In my opinion, I think the movie did a lot better job.
The movie's really good.
The movie did a lot better job, in my opinion.
I cannot argue with your number 4. Mine's better though. Number 3, The Avengers. The Avengers.
It's a good movie.
Whenever I saw that, I was like, this is the greatest comic book movie I've ever seen in my life. I loved it so fucking much. I didn't think there was going to be another Marvel movie better than that, to be honest. Like, this is fucking perfect. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it, loved it, loved it. That movie they kept doing, there was a couple times, there was one specific during the action sequence at the end, where the camera would stay on one of the superheroes, follow him into the next shot with the next superhero, and then go to the next one, and it followed every one of the Avengers.
You enjoyed that cinematography a lot?
Yes. Dude, it was amazing. So cool the way they did that. And it followed every single Avenger into their next shot, and it's this long-ass fucking, shot. It was so cool. But I love that fucking movie. Love it.
The Avengers movies, for me, for some reason, are just in the middle tier.
You're weird.
I love the individual films better than I do the group ones.
You're odd. You're an odd duck.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Number 3. You can tell me your number 3 is what you can tell me.
Nope.
Oh.
Watchmen.
I don't know why that's on there. That's
not the original theatrical version.
Ah.
You can't watch that.
Oh.
You gotta watch that theatrical cut. Or not theatrical. I don't know why I said theatrical. Director's cut.
Makes you feel better. You said it all quiet, so no one can hear you anyway.
gotta watch the director's cut.
I mean, I didn't see the director's cut, but I didn't want to watch it.
I never saw the ultimate cut, but I hear the ultimate cut is just the same thing as the director's cut, except with this kind of like a side. Like,
yeah, it's a cartoon thing they put in.
Yeah, it's like a parallel to the what's going on in the comic. It was really cool, but in the movie, it would kind of just seem to be a distraction.
No one cares about that stupid thing they put in there.
I really enjoyed the Watchmen comic, and I enjoyed the Watchmen movie. They were both fantastic.
I guess that's all right. Number 2.
Only good thing Zack Snyder's ever done.
Nothing. Number 2.
Watchmen.
Nothing. Oh. Number 2. Deadpool.
Deadpool. Oh my god.
You don't have Deadpool on your list.
Why didn't I do that?
You fucking jackass. That means you have to remove something that's in your top 2. You can't just shift it all because that would have to redo your entire list now. You really did a number on this one. Number 2 is Deadpool because it's so amazing that no one would ever forget to put it on their top 5 list. It's so great. It's fucking hilarious. It's so well written.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know. It's so well written. It's great. It's fucking great. I love Deadpool. Love Deadpool. What's your number 2? You seem genuinely upset right now.
I am. Dude, it's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I forgot about it. I fell asleep to it last night. I fell asleep to it probably every night in the last week. I haven't taken it out of the... I don't have cable at my house, or at the moment I don't have internet, so we leave a disc in. Every night this week I've fallen asleep to Deadpool.
It's not on your top 5.
Dude, I'm gonna kill myself.
So what are you gonna do now?
I'm hold on.
Alright, we'll just wait here.
Mine started at number 6 and we've actually been moving up. Winter Soldier got bumped. That's really disappointing because I like Winter Soldier a lot.
Alright, so...
Okay.
Let's start over Gable's list. What's your number 5?
Dark Knight Returns.
Number 4.
Watchmen.
Number 3.
Civil War.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
I really like that one. The introduction to Spiderman in there is dude, I nearly fucking came. Mainly because my neighbor in the apartment was having sex and the girl was orgasming.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she
That
was
actually happened, but I was trying to enjoy the...
Oh, why don't we do your number 2 now as well, since you get 2 in a row
My
here?
number 2 is Big Hero 6.
That's good.
No one knows what my number 1 is.
No.
No one could possibly could guess. Big Hero 6 was... Dude, whenever I first saw that movie, it was a really good movie. Made me cry at the end.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
Deadpool.
Oh, cool.
I ruined this whole podcast.
You suck.
I'm gonna quit podcasting now. We're gonna be on a hiatus because Gable hates his life.
Deadpool.
Dude,
you fucking forgot.
When you said Deadpool, you have no idea what emotion just went through my head right now.
My number 2 was Deadpool.
It was the feeling similar to leaving your child's car seat on top of your car and driving away and forgetting your child's car seat was on top of it.
My number 1 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good movie.
I love that. That's not even your top 5.
It's no. Yeah.
Wow, you're nuts. That was the perfect comic book movie. I've watched it so many times. Every time I watch it, I love it more and more. I fucking love it. I laugh my fucking ass off. Everything about it's fucking great. It's perfect.
It's a good film.
Nothing I change about it. Alright, so that's honorable mentions. What are your honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions...
Oh, we start with Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. Well, no. Hellboy is one of my honorable mentions. And also, I wrote every Marvel movie except Ant-Man and Iron Man 3.
My honorable mentions, I'm doing mine first from now on. You always do this to me. Mine are every other Marvel movie but Iron Man 3.
I win.
Also on mine, honorable mention is The Dark Knight. I love The Dark Knight. Love that movie.
Oh, that was a really good movie.
It's really fucking good. Dark Knight Rises was a piece of shit, but Dark Knight was amazing. And also Spider-Man's 1 and 3. I fucking love both those movies.
I can definitely agree with Dark Knight. I'm throwing mine on there last minute as well.
Alright. You did a shitty job this week with your top 5.
I had it prepared this week too. That's the bad part about
and
it.
Spider-Man 1 and 3 are on my honorable mentions. Aren't those great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good movies.
You're damn right.
I don't remember them.
Alright, so we didn't get any fan submissions on Twitter this week for a top 5. But we did get a top 5 from our friend Wilson. However, Wilson got a little confused when he gave us his top 5 because he
misunderstood.
He gave us his top 5 ice cream flavors for some reason.
But we're gonna read them anyway.
Which we'll read off to you right now. Number 5,
barbecue.
Fudge Ripple.
Fudge Ripple.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've ever had Fudge Ripple.
Number 4, Pistachio.
Pistachio I've never had, but I'm interested.
I've never had. Number 3, Cotton Candy.
Cotton candy. Is that ice cream or is that sherbet?
I'm sure.
No, it's ice cream.
It could be ice cream.
It's ice cream. You're right.
Number 2, and they're getting more. Like, this is a pretty extravagant one. Vanilla. Number 2 is vanilla.
Vanilla.
Just vanilla.
That's crazy. He's a madman.
Number 1, Ben and Jerry's Chubby Hubby.
Chubby Hubby.
it's a real ice cream.
I'm aware it is.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is though. Do you know what it is?
No, I think it has like body parts in it.
All right, give us a second here. We're gonna talk about Chubby Hubby. Chubby Hubby ice cream. Chubby Hubby ice cream is consisting of.
Let's go.
Where is it?
Come on.
Hold on.
Come on, fuckface.
Vanilla malt ice cream with peanutty fudge covered pretzels.
What the?
With fudge and peanut butter swirls.
That sounds scary.
So basically, if you're interested in having diabetes, Chubby Hubby is what you're looking for.
Let's give a shout out to Wilson's Twitter handle since he was nice enough to give us his top. He did fuck up a little bit, but he was nice enough to give us a top 5.
At least his was more prepared than mine.
Yeah.
I mean, mine was dude.
He didn't change his in the middle.
He'd have to be here to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking forget to do this every week. This top 5. And every one of them have been very sincere whenever I finally deliver them on the show. This one, I prepare 2 days in advance.
Oh my god, 2?
I prepared this 2 days ago.
2 days, wow.
And I haven't thought about it since. It's not fair.
Perhaps you should have thought about it since.
Not fair.
Well, Wilson was kind enough to give us a top 5. Any top 5.
What's his handle?
So his Twitter handle was @Wilson's Ice Cream Emporium. So I think maybe he was kind of... And he said to repeat it 3 times. @Wilson's Ice Cream Emporium. You can follow him at @Wilson's Ice Cream Emporium. Apparently, he has some sort of business or something. I don't know. I think he kind of might have tricked us here into giving them some...
A plug.
Publicity.
A plug.
Publicity.
Pluglicity.
Yeah. Cheap Plug Jones over here.
Gently.
Yeah, so... Yeah, make sure you go to @Wilson's Ice Cream Emporium.
Gently.
On Twitter. What was that?
Gently.
What was that from, though?
Placing a penis somewhere.
Oh, placing a penis on someone's mouth? In someone's mouth?
Gently.
Why are we saying it? Why was I saying that, though?
Gently.
I can't remember why I kept saying gently.
Gently.
Gently. Something about putting a dick in some girl's mouth and saying gently while you were doing it. I can't remember. I can't remember. Like, what's next?
It sounds funny, though.
It sounds creepy. Fucking hear
That's why it's funny.
What's next week's top 5?
I think it was... Oh, I remember. Least favorite Wolverine movies.
Okay. 5. I mean, that's all of them, isn't it?
I think it's just Old Man Logan. Or not Old Man Logan, I'm sorry.
Wolverine Origins.
Wolverine Origins written 5 times.
So what's our top 5 next week?
Top 5.
I already said it once today on the other one.
I know what it is. I'm just trying to think of something else that's not it.
Top 5 movie franchises.
Yeah.
Movie franchises.
Yeah.
Any movie that had a sequel was a movie franchise, apparently.
Well, so X-Men would be a franchise, but
yes.
Would Deadpool be included in the X-Men? Deadpool is a movie of its own.
Yes. Wolverine is not part of the X-Men franchise.
Deadpool's not yet a
Wolverine movies.
It's a big yawn.
I guess maybe they are part of it. I don't know.
It's confusing.
So movie franchises. So that's going to be our top 5 next week. It's Bond, Friday the 13th, anything like that. Star Wars, Star Trek, any of that. It's movie franchises.
Godfather.
And that is it for this week's show. We're fucking done. We're fucking done. I'm out.
Hey, don't forget to check out the special episode.
Yeah, Spiderman.
Although you're most likely not listening to this right now and have turned this off.
Yeah.
Played it for 5 seconds and.
Well, in that case, Gable, you should listen to the Spider-Man one.
Yeah, I'm gonna just hit listen over and over again, and maybe someone will be interested. Dude, maybe more people will want to listen if they see a higher listen count. So I'll click on it over and over and over and over again. Why?
Because I want to know that people are listening. That's not you.
I'll record how many times I do.
Can't be bitches. We can't do that. That's cheating. We're not bitches. I mean, you're a bitch. I'm a bitch too, but we're not cheating.
Brooks, listen to the same episode over.
No, don't do that.
Do it, Brooks.
You're an asshole.
Do it, Brooks.
No, because you're gonna be like, oh, cool. Look, we got 50 listens. I'm like, yeah, but they're all bullshit.
They're all Brooks.
I'm like, they're all bullshit.
They're all Brooks.
Not to mention if you're a asshole, like, wait, what?
We don't know.
If we skyrocket like 50, I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. I'm not even gonna be proud of it.
Brooks did it.
I'm gonna be completely not proud of it.
Brooks, are you still with us?
Don't listen to this faggot Gable.
Dude.
What?
You can't call me Gable.
Don't listen to that Gable.
Oh.
That butt queer. Gable's a butt queer. You're a butt queer.
Oh boy.
Alright, we're leaving.
Wrap it up.
Oh wait, Breakroom BS1 at Breakroom BS1 on Twitter, and SoundCloud is Breakroom BS is the page, and you can search for Breakroom Bullshit and stream or download the episodes. And that is it.
Lick it before you stick it.
Yeah, we're leaving. So you guys have a great week.